Tick-tock. The clock strikes midnight, but the footsteps in the hallway doesn't belong to anyone in this room.
Hold on, girl.
Why? What's wrong?
We are doing a podcast about culture and communication.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry, guys. I got too carried away with my
No.
favorite horror podcast over and over again.
We are scared.
So, guys, shall we begin with the right one?
Yes, you should.
So, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our podcast. This is me, Arisa, your moderator for today's discussion. So, before we proceed, let's kick things off with quick questions for all of you.
Oh, what's that?
Now, I need you guys to think really carefully. Have you ever thought about how come a single word, greeting, or story can connect people from totally different cultures and backgrounds?
Yes, I've been wondering actually.
Because as we know, Malaysia is home to so many languages and cultures, and the question is, are we good enough to stay united as one nation?
Probably.
Because those are the kind of questions that we'll be unpacking today. But before we dive in, let me introduce you to the amazing mindsets with me today. So, the first guy, the most expressive guy in the room.
Who's that?
Agree or disagree? You can see it directly on his face and hear it clearly in his voice.
Who's that?
Please welcome Faiz.
Bonjour, good day.
Bonjour,
ladies
Faiz.
and gentlemen, and also the brand rot certified enjoyers, I guess. So yeah, my name is Muhammad Faiz Amarbe Muhammad Faizal. Yeah, the
Lord.
name is long, but big with drama.
Dramatic boy.
Wait. Arisa, you say I'm the most expressive one?
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
You
Faiz.
look like one.
I can't deny with that actually.
I can
Full
see
of
it.
expression, full of drama. And I don't choose Theatre Life. Theatre Life chose me
Wow.
actually.
Theatre Life chose
And
you.
Well
a
phrased.
little bit campaign
Well
of
phrased.
myself. So yeah, guys, just call me Faiz, your dramatic slay boy.
Whoa.
And let's make our discussion shine bright
Shine
like a
bright
diamond.
like a diamond.
I want that,
We are
yeah.
going to
Right.
fire up this podcast.
Yep.
So thank you, Faiz. Next,
Sure.
we have got the working definition of the main character energy.
Ooh.
She's legendary. She's the moment. Give it up for I know.
Guys,
Oh.
stop scrolling, stop talking,
Okay.
stop everything.
Alright,
You know
alright.
why? Because the diva has arrived.
Ooh.
And yes,
She
guys,
is.
I am talking about me.
Okay.
You know, okay, my name is Siti Idol. Okay, guys, let's be real. Who comes here for a boring podcast?
Obviously not.
We
Yeah.
come here for
Yeah.
attitude, a little
Yeah.
bit of drama and sparkle.
Oh, damn.
So, I'm gonna make sure our podcast
Oh my
today is
God.
gonna be content, all of that.
Ooh,
And
very
so, please
diva.
remember my name, Idol.
Okay,
I love your self-confidence, I know. And
Wow.
last but not least, the human version of the
Oh my God,
chill
who's
like
that?
bro text.
Who is
Exams,
that?
deadlines,
Oh
or
my
even this
God.
podcast, nothing ever stresses him out.
Mm.
Oh, no big deal.
Mm.
Please welcome
that?
the most laid-back guy in the room, Akmal.
What's up, guys? The name is Muhammad Hail Akmame Rahman, and I'm gonna keep it simple and real here.
Wow, okay,
I
simple.
don't like to win. Even though if you guys can't see me, I give an impact.
Ooh,
So
okay.
nonchalant. Oh
That's
my god.
shocking.
Okay.
Akmal, I thought you would keep it simple and short, but you've actually surprised me a
Yeah.
lot. So, Akmal, are you ready to vibe in with us in today's podcast?
Oh, I'm very excited.
Bro,
for this.
promise us that you're gonna engage in this
Don't be the
conversation,
antithesis, okay?
Come on,
Don't
chill.
do
Okay, guys.
Yeah. Well.
Do you know what topic are we going to talk about today?
Tell
What is
me.
it?
Oi, I heard it's something to do with two C's, which is
Oh.
culture and communication.
Yep,
Oh,
true.
no.
Yeah.
So, our topic is United in Words, Building Bridges Across Cultures. So,
Wow.
without further ado,
Interesting.
Faiz,
That's a big
may
topic.
I know your thoughts about this issue?
Okay, my
Come on,
pleasure,
boy.
Arisa. So yeah, like the topics that Arisa said earlier, like our moderator said about the unity, it's quite interesting, I guess, because to me, communication or language isn't just about the talking, but it is like the Wi-Fi, okay?
Oh my god,
Okay.
what you mean by Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi.
It is actually because without it, we are buffering. Yeah,
Yep,
and I
true.
know no one likes buffering, right, everyone?
Yep.
No,
And then comes my thought about what makes us Malaysian special. I am curious about that.
Of course.
We live in a multiracial
Yes.
country.
Multiracial
That's
society.
true.
That's right.
don't just speak, but we remix all of that. Because it's kind of funny actually, because 1 second we say it in English, and 1 second we say it in Malay, and 1 second we remix all
You're
of
right,
it.
Faiz. We tend to mix languages.
Yes, even of my own self, I also talk to my friend like this. Bro, makan already or chilla, guys?
That
Yeah,
is
something
so
like that.
Wait, 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 wait.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Have
so
you
Gen
guys
Z.
ever heard of this famous song at the moment,
Tell me.
which
What is
sounds
it?
like this? Okay. Oh my
Oh my
cuddling.
Oh my god,
Okay,
that
guys,
hit song?
guys.
Of course.
Yeah,
That song is a mix of two languages,
What
which
is
is
that?
Tamil and Malay,
Oh.
and everyone enjoys it. Don't you guys enjoy it?
Do you
Yeah,
guys?
Yes.
Akmal, do you ever heard about
definitely.
that?
I've been
It is
listening
one
to
of
that
the
all
hit
week.
songs.
Yes,
Okay.
I
Back
love
then.
it so
Yeah,
much.
that's true actually, because it shows how language in our unity action, because we know that language isn't just it's not a barrier for us, it's the bridge for us. Because our Tun Dr. Ismail, one of our father of national unity also, he proved that respectful, honest communication build the trust among our communities nowadays. Because, okay guys, for example, like our Gen Zs, all of us of course,
Yes.
We are Gen Zs.
yeah, we like to replying our friends' text instead of ghosting them for 3 weeks.
I don't like
No,
people who let me see. That's
don't do
very,
like
very
that.
rude.
It's her, yeah, you know.
It's
Why you
painful.
saying me like that? I'm not that kind of person, okay?
You are.
No, I'm
You've
not.
seen my
Okay.
text for 3 weeks.
I'm sorry, I know, but
No,
that's
you
out of
weren't.
context. I
Wait,
wanna
wait,
talk.
wait, guys. Is it only the three of us in this
Yeah,
podcast?
and
Where's the
I
other
think
one?
someone is missing out.
Come on,
Hey,
come on,
come
come
on,
on.
please,
Please, don't be nonchalant.
But that's okay, because like I've said before, the context of my point is we know that words build our trust, and trust build the heart, and build the bridges, and the bridges create the harmony. And yeah, we know that it can also be linked with our Madani values nowadays, which is the respect and trust in our action, right? Are you guys agree with me?
Exactly,
Yes, it's true.
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, on that note, Faiz, I definitely
Well, what's
agree,
that?
and I love that chronology.
Okay.
Of
Well,
course.
Okay,
in
let me
my
speak.
opinion, communication builds national harmony. And why is that?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Because
true.
when we are speaking in a friendly tone or a friendly communication way,
Okay.
you know, it often helps resolve any problems that exist within a certain community.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I know
especially
about
when
that.
we're made up of certain, you know, multiracial,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
it
that.
is always hard for us to understand each other, and
Yeah,
we need to use a good verbal
Proper.
proper
Proper
language,
It's actually
mixed
true
language,
about that.
and effective communication is also needed because when we talk effectively, we can give,
For sure.
you know, a nice speech, a nice communication way, a two-way communication that is not too harsh, not too, you know, formal.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. That's not
we,
supposed to
we
be.
want to build a community, so we need to act like we want to build
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
it's
You
quite
Yeah,
brilliant.
I really agree with your point.
Yeah.
As
Fine,
your
yeah.
point is so related to one of the Madani values,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what I said
respect.
before.
You know what? Because words matter. The way we speak, the words we use are very, very important.
Of
Because
course.
why? Because if we use a respectful and a proper language, we build harmony instead of division. Because what? Harmony is impossible without respect in communication.
Yeah.
You know what?
Obviously.
Language choices such as tones, our body languages, our facial expressions are very, very important because it reflects our attitude. So,
Exactly.
as a good human being, we need to always be humble. We need to always respect each other's
True.
cultures
Brilliant,
and
bro.
backgrounds.
Really humble.
You know, we need to avoid stereotypes and please stop racism.
Of course.
And
Definitely.
racism.
Yeah.
So, I know, what is your thought on this issue?
Guys,
I wanna hear about
since we are talking about this topic,
Yeah,
don't you
yeah.
guys think language is not just about words?
Oh, of
really?
course.
It's more than words, actually.
It's the bridge of that connects the different cultures from different backgrounds. Don't you guys think so?
Comes my thought
I see what
actually.
you mean. I see what you
Okay,
mean.
okay. When we learn or use another language, we don't just speak it, guys. We respect
Yeah, that's
and
true.
open our mind to the culture.
Mhm.
And guys, this actually is very important since we are living in a multiracial country.
True.
So, you know what? As I said earlier, we need to end racism.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
So what's
so
your point?
communication is the key. And okay, you know what? For example, since we live in a multiracial country, guys,
Yeah.
of course we have friends from other races, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
I have lots of friends.
I'm taking myself as example. Okay, when I want to thank my friends,
Yeah, yeah.
especially my Malay friends, I would say terima kasih. For Chinese friend, 谢谢.
Oh, and I know the
Yeah.
Indian one. We say Nandre. Is that
Exactly,
true?
exactly.
Wow,
Okay,
what can I
guys.
say?
This word might actually sound simple,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's
actually
true.
it shows effort and respect. And that small gestures actually help to strengthen our bond with other cultures.
Yeah.
I think that it is not about being fluent in that language. As long as we know some proper, some common words in
Yeah,
that language, then
we don't have to
it should be
master
fine.
it.
It should be fine.
Yeah, on that note, I completely agree with
really?
you, because we are humans. We can be friends with each other, whether we are made of multiple.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, and on that note, innovation also helps with this. You know how? The online community.
That we are so familiar with that.
Yeah, the online community doesn't matter whether it's TikTok, WhatsApp, or even game platforms. It helps us connect to everyone around the world. It does not limit
yeah.
us to geography,
Um,
Like personally, I play Warzone, and I've got a load of friends from around the world.
I don't
I
play
got
games.
friends from Brazil, Bahrain, you name it. I got a few.
Ooh, wow.
And that just shows how innovation and technology helps, connect us around the
Yeah,
world.
yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's the most convenient way, actually.
Yeah, and it helps us make collaborations, learn other people's culture. Even I've learned a few things about Brazil.
Say something.
Oh,
Say
okay.
something
Say something
then.
in Brazil, please.
If you go to Brazil, if Malaysians, you say this, it will sound weird. Bom dia.
Oh,
is that?
I thought
What is
it's
that?
only about the soup.
No, 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 no.
Oh my God,
No,
sorry,
no, no,
sorry.
no.
My mistake.
Bom dia means thank you.
Oh, Bombia. I can add my pointers now.
Yeah, definitely. And on that note, it just shows that humans are humans. We have head, toes, and hands, so we can be friends. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm proud that you talk a lot, actually.
So, see guys, another modern values to tackle, which
what
is
is that?
technology. You know what? Language actually evolves with technology. Podcasts, social medias, and digital platforms allow creative voices to reach wider audiences. Language is actually very, very creative.
Oh,
For
that's
example,
true.
podcasts like ours. Who would have thought that podcasts like this can connect young people together?
Oh,
You know what?
our Gen Zs.
Language, without we noticing, language in innovation unites people in new and fun ways, guys.
Yeah.
That's true, actually.
That is something new.
Yeah, because we
especially
are
in
too
TikTok.
invested in internet.
Yeah, Arisa, your point is actually good. You can link it with the Madani values. But from Akmal perspective, I actually want to make a correction.
Do you guys
So,
have
yeah.
some beef between?
No! Do you think
Are you
I'm
saying
bad?
that you are not
No,
agreeing?
we are not.
Okay.
We are friends.
Okay.
We need to be united together.
Oh,
Okay?
guys,
I just want to say that.
we need to respect each other's opinion.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
okay,
our
okay,
point,
okay,
right?
okay.
Okay.
What is first?
So, like I've said before, actually, we have lots of ways because for my thoughts, a better way to make our communication or language becomes more better is not by a serious speech, but it is with laughing. Okay, guys.
Yes.
Imagine with the memes, the trends, and TikTok trends nowadays.
I love memes.
You know about that, yeah?
I love those stickers my friends
Yeah,
send me on
because-
WhatsApp.
Yeah, because we know when something goes viral, it will cross the
Globally.
the races, the religion, and the cultural, and everybody gonna laugh in together. Yeah,
Yes.
because okay,
Who
I
doesn't
know you
love memes?
that all of you have a TikTok, right? You
Of
you
course.
guys must
Who
been
doesn't,
scrolling
Faiz?
all
Who
the day.
doesn't?
And I know you must be familiar with this TikTok trendy things among our Gen Zs.
Tell us more.
Which is the brain rot culture.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
hold on.
We're so
Yeah.
I know.
Nah.
You guys
Like-
even?
Tung tung tung.
Oh,
Yes.
oh my
Oh
god.
my god. What is that
Ballerina
actually?
cappuccina.
Ballerina cappuccino. Oh my god, that's
So,
not
Akmal,
good.
tell us one brain rot culture that you know.
Do you actually know?
Do you even know about that?
Bombardilo.
Oh my
my god. Okay,
he
surprise
knows
us
it.
there.
You know about that? Okay, so yeah, that's good actually because it shows how we unite because all the Malays, English, all the Malays, Chinese and Indians, all of that united together by laughing, enjoy by our own self.
Yeah.
We know
Everybody
that
loves
brain rot is
memes.
bad, but what if we're taking on the good side? It actually show a compassion in our Gen Z ways,
True.
which is finding our joys together. Because guys, even Tunku Abdul Rahman when he shouted Merdeka,
Ooh.
yeah,
Ooh.
it
I
was-
love the
yeah.
spirit.
So patriotic,
Yeah,
boy.
it wasn't just a word, but it have the pride, joy, and unity among us. Just like our memes today, we
yeah.
share our smile, cry, and feel together as one.
Yeah, true.
I see that you emphasize these kids a lot,
Yeah,
and I
me too.
agree because these guys are the best when it comes to digital
Of
communication.
course.
You know, personally, I think they have their own culture because when it comes to their slang, the use of emojis, and their short forms that they
Yes.
use online, they are very creative when it comes
Oh,
to
yeah,
mixing the
that's
language
true.
and the new era.
They are
you
way
know?
to invest it.
Yeah, very invested. But that's where it comes to mind when you say they have their own, culture. Yeah, they have their
That's
own
the
mindset.
point.
Like BRB would mean like be right back for
Yeah.
us, right?
Oh,
Maybe
yes.
the
maybe
short
in
form.
short
Brazil
forms.
it would mean something else, maybe something offensive.
Yeah,
We don't know.
misunderstanding about
You
that.
know, we have our own image, our
Yeah, that's
own,
true.
Our own identity, actually.
yeah, our own identity. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Guys, I
Whoa.
actually remember something. Okay, this is quite interesting, I guess, because
What do you mean?
last week when I was scrolling at my TikTok, I found this one account which called Arvix, and it says about
What
this
is-
app called Malum.
What is
Melon?
that?
What is that?
Do you guys
Malam
even heard
Minggu?
about- No, not that.
Malam
Not even
Minggu.
Pasar Malam, guys.
Malam masih muda?
Okay, Malum is actually stand for a Malay large language model.
What is that?
Okay,
Wow.
Okay, to be frank, it's
Malay
actually
large
just like the ChatGPT,
Okay.
but in our mother tongue language.
Oh my god.
my
We have
God.
ChatGPT in Bahasa Melayu?
Yes, insane, right?
Oh my
Because
god.
guys, imagine if our
Damn.
AIs, apps, or
Oh.
something like that becomes no outdated, feel outdated, feel powerful.
Mm.
And when we do a research or anything, it will
been
become
so
yeah,
easy.
more smooth because like smooth,
Smooth like butter.
just like that, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Yes.
think about that.
Guys, okay,
Yeah,
since
what-
we
I know what.
just celebrate our Independence Day,
Yeah, for
don't you
sure.
guys notice a song that are kind of related to our topic?
What is
Hold on,
that?
hold on. Do you
Mm.
think you're the only one who knows about that?
No, I didn't say
Song
that.
is this?
Come on, you said that we don't know about that song.
I think everyone
We
knows
are
that song, I
Malaysian,
know.
you
Are
know.
underestimated.
It's
are
very
the-
famous.
Yeah, we are the Malaysian. What's wrong with you?
Okay, why don't we sing it together?
Yeah,
Sure.
because we just learned about the
Okay,
unity,
okay,
right?
okay, come on, come on.
Yeah.
One, two, three.
Malaysia Madani Raya disantuni, kita sama-sama Malaysia.
Yes.
Yes.
We are
Yes.
majestic with
I think
our
we can sing
voice.
actually.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's good. Actually.
So,
I love y'all.
thank you so much for all of your brilliant ideas.
course,
So, why
Marisa,
not we
no
conclude this podcast? So, let's wrap this out. I think communication is like Wi-Fi. When it is
that's
strong,
true.
people connect smoothly.
Yeah, like
But
I said.
when it is not, people stays buffering. And to be honest, who likes buffering
No,
forever?
not of us.
No.
Not
Mm.
our Gen Z.
So, in conclusion, from Fai's point of view, I could say that
yeah, my point is about the compassion, the respect things in Madani's values. Yeah.
yep, I could say that language is actually our hidden superpower. You know what? Because we mix, we switch code.
Lifesaver.
Yup. We mix, we code switch, and this simple act shows respect and trust. Imagine we reply to our friends without ghosting them. That's unity in action. We add laughter. That's bridge. That's another bridge. So simple memes, jokes, and
Yeah, that's
slangs
true.
can
Mhm.
unite us together. Can bring people together.
Every small
And
detail
from
matters.
Akmal,
Akmal.
he stressed that harmony brings
Yeah,
harmony
so-
is very, very important in
Yeah,
society.
crucial for us.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yep.
because communication is the key.
Yeah.
Yep, communication is
No,
the
I know about
key.
that.
So to be a very, very good citizen, we need to always open up about each other's opinion. We
Be
need to always
open-minded.
respect each
Yeah,
other.
obviously,
Yeah,
obviously,
it's,
guys.
it,
That's
it is
right.
very obvious. And last but not least, from
I know,
Ainul,
yeah.
I really, really like your point, Ainul.
Thank you
Because
so much,
why?
girl.
Because I think that Gen Z is very, very creative with language, mixing Bahasa Melayu, English, Tamil, Mandarin, and also
that's
slangs in
true.
one sentence. That is impressive. You know what?
Yes.
Since we are going to be future teachers,
Of
we need
course,
to stay
future.
alert that students nowadays
Yeah.
they learn language through digital platforms.
Of
Yeah.
They
course.
learn
They
through
need to know that.
memes, language. So
Yeah,
we
they
need
will
to,
know.
stay updated with that.
Yeah.
Mhm, I see what
future
you mean.
teachers, right? Oh my God.
So, yep, let's wrap up today's podcast.
Aw.
So, this is Arisa signing off. Thank you guys for lending me your
Okay.
ears. See you guys in the next episode. Same date, same place.
Remember that.
Can't
So-
wait for it.
Where is our slogan, guys?
What is it? Tell
What
us.
is it? What is it?
1, 2, 3. This is us, Biden Casters, where idea grows, Madani
Madani
flows.
flows.
That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Yare, yare.
Thank you, Team 1, Vinon Casters, for that wonderful performance. They have definitely set the stage on fire.
Welcome back to today's podcast, IKR, aka I Know Right, which is My Drum Nation. Woo! What a very nice day today, isn't it, guys?
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, brought to you the live versions of IKR podcast so that everybody can experience the behind the scenes of IKR podcast that we always did in YouTube, right?
Yep.
So, guys, I know that everybody is eager to join the conversation for today, isn't it? They look excited. Yes, you got the vibe, isn't it? Everybody. So, audience, I can see the eagerness in your eyes to know about all the panelists, or else we call them as our guests for the talk of today podcast, isn't it? So, without any further ado, today we will be joining together with our panelist number 1 over here. Go on. Yana Barbie, oranku Kyra. Nice to meet you, Kyra. And panelist number 2.
大家好，我是 Belinda。
There you go, Belinda. And last but not least, our panelist number 3.
Ino si Bekaleto, nama kau Simpson.
Okay, so everybody, let's not forget about your pretty moderator
Of
over
Of
here.
course, we don't forget about you.
Salam tabi bahasa Indonesia kita semua. Nama aku Intan. And together with the 4 of us sit right in front of the audience eyes and also our judges for today, let us dive deep together with this conversation of this podcast. All right, everybody?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about something that mostly attract Gen Z.
Gen Z, so
Yes.
it's about
I
us.
wonder.
It's about us, right?
Ooh.
How about the audience? I believe some of you are Gen Zs, isn't it? Yes. Thank you for responding. That's I appreciate it so much. Okay? So, everybody, today we're going to be talking about voices of tomorrow, Gen Zs and the future of leadership.
Ooh, leadership, interesting.
Leadership, interesting, right? But what do you guys know about leaderships?
Isn't
Leading
it just
something.
leading a team?
Yeah.
Ooh, are the audience thinking the same thing? Isn't that it? Oh, you guys might think it's that way, right? Leading a team. But I have further explanations of leaderships.
Oh, okay.
So you guys might be curious, right? So, guys, I've read an article before called Center of Creative Leadership, CCL, published on March 15, 2025, and written by Macaulay C. So, here, they define leaderships as a social process to enable individuals to work together towards shared goal, towards directions, alignment, and commitment.
Oh,
that's very detailed.
it.
It's heavy.
Yes, it is detailed because I got it from an article.
Of course, you
Yeah.
must.
So, guys, most importantly, I want to ask you. Now you guys know about leaderships.
I know, right?
So, I hope the audience also know about leaderships right now, okay? It's not just about leading a team. It's also about to reach something together, sharing the same goal, true direction, alignment, and commitment. All right, so today, we're also going to talk about how does Gen Z is going to redefine the ethic, trust, and also inclusivity in the leaderships. Yes.
Okay.
So, I know you guys are excited. Without any further ado, let's dive deep into the conversation.
Okay,
shall we?
let's go.
Let's
Okay,
go.
so now, first segment of the day, we're gonna talk about the proof of Gen Z's leadership for the future nation.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That sounds interesting.
Interesting, right? So, who wants to start first?
Why are you
Everybody
looking
at
away?
him, but he's looking away. We all know who that is. So, Simpson,
wait.
panelist number 1.
I go first?
Yes,
Of course
you
you
go
did.
first.
We're looking at you.
Okay. Thank you, Moss. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Live watchers today. Such an whew. So now, as you guys know, we are the Generation Z, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
We are known for our creativity, innovative, of 1,000 mind, and especially the leadership spirit in us.
Yes.
true.
I mean, we're energetic.
Exactly. But you guys may ask me, what's your proof?
Yes.
Do I just yap out of thin air?
Not supposedly.
Maybe you will.
Done, definitely not. So
Okay.
I have this one story that is also a proof that I got from JPN Sarawak that was published on 2025.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what is it?
But I'm gonna ask all of you. Do you guys know about F1?
Form 1.
No, wrong.
I mean, come on, guys. Look at me now. Okay. So, you guys must know that F1 that he was talking about is the sport car racing.
Yes.
Yes.
1 point for the mod
Sorry.
and 1 point for everyone that guessed it correctly.
Thank you. So, do you guys guess it correctly? Oh, unfortunately, it's okay, everybody.
It's okay. Now, why do I mention about F1? Did you guys know there's a school in Sarawak called SMK Penrizen in Kuching? They joined a national competition where they literally build an F1 model.
You're lying.
The car model
Car
itself.
model?
No
Exactly.
way.
I am not lying. Do I look like a face of a liar?
Yes.
Oh, but he did
How
say
dare you?
where he said it.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
let me continue real quick. So, what do they, leadership and ethics and all? Okay, this is the sad part of the story, actually. They joined at international levels, but they didn't win because of the errors they put on the models.
But at least they tried.
That's right.
Yes.
And the leader is named Hannah.
Hannah?
Instead of giving up, she encouraged the team to move forward and never gave up and improve their model.
Oh,
that's
So
sweet.
that is what a leadership do. And why ethics? Where is the ethics? Exactly the encouragement, the teamwork of a team. This
I agree
proves
with
the ethic
that.
itself.
It is
now,
important.
now, I don't want to speak too much. Mods, back to you.
Oh, thank you, Simpson. So, like Simpson mentions about SMK Parentsons, their innovations in creating a F1 car model. That is a really good point over there. And
Thank
also,
you.
the leader encouraging everybody to work together towards a result they want to achieve together. That's the ethic. Not giving up despite losing. It's not a failure, everybody. Don't give up, all right?
Yep,
Only
don't
one
give
try.
up.
You have many chances in your life coming up. So,
Exactly.
how about we go next to our second speaker who has been looking at me. She want to
eyeing
share
you.
the story of the day. So, go on our panelist number 1, Kara.
Okay, thank you so much, Maud. Okay, I want to make one thing clear. A leader to me is not just someone who leads,
Exactly.
but someone who can influence.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yes.
And someone who is clear, not just to themselves, not just in their leadership, but
Mm-hmm.
also to their fans.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So, I want to talk about. Okay, wait. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
Do you guys
Relax.
know who Mia Sarah is?
Oh,
I need to know that.
Yeah, the actress.
Oh.
The one from Astrocheria.
I mean, it's everybody childhood, especially Gen
Exactly.
Zs, right?
Gen Zs.
Yeah, so everybody, if you guys don't know about Mia Sarah, take out your phone and Google it. You will see her
You
and you
guys
will
will
know
know
who she
her.
is. She's basically everybody childhood.
Yup. Okay, she's used to be a child actor, but now she's more of a public figure. To
Yes.
say the least. And the thing with her is that she always make content about modest fashion while following global trends.
Ooh, very interesting.
Okay, I'm pretty sure no one is seeing the connection to leadership yet. So
Yes.
listen to me. The thing with her is that she always tried to tell people that it's okay to use and talk about modest
fashion while following global trends.
Really?
That's something new.
And because of her influence, and did you guys know that we practically grew up with her, right?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course
we
it is.
do.
So
Yeah, I
we
agree.
know what she says is true. That is her actual person. She's genuine with the way she acts. So when they see her talk about modest fashion, they see her do global trends.
Yes.
Of course, they might criticize her, but that's the thing with her. She's true. She's transparent. She accepts everything that people talk about her, and she improved from it.
Open-minded.
Really?
I love her.
Open-minded.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
And that is what I think a leader is. A leader who is open to criticism, a leader who accepts their fault, and a leader who improves.
That is
That's-
very interesting.
Yes, it
Oh.
is.
And since I'm a big fan of her, I'm gonna tell all of you to go visit the website that I got this from on Hijabista 2023 and read more about her, okay?
Okay, will
thank
do.
you, Kyra. That's a good point from Kyra over there. She points out how Mia Sarah have the ethic of accepting whatever people give her. So she could become the leader that can lead, especially this generation, especially her fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because she going to be the influence of their life. She is the trendsetter. Yeah,
Yep, she's the
yeah.
trendsetter.
Exactly.
Gen Z knows about that. So, guys, we talk about proof, but you guys know what? In order to achieve all those leaderships, especially here for Gen Zs right now, we need to climb very, very high. And even though we climb that high, we're still falling down.
Why?
That's reality.
What?
That's reality.
Falling down?
Why? Because in segment 2, we're gonna talk about the challenges to make Gen Z's leadership dominant in this era.
That's a heavy one.
It
Challenges.
is. Yeah, so why I'm pointing this out? Because it is important for us to know how hard it is for Gen Zs to become the leader. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Belinda, our panelist number 2.
She hasn't been talking.
She hasn't talked.
She hasn't talked yet. I know you guys want to
Oops.
hear her voice. Like, she have a really, really good voice, you know?
Give
Do
us
I?
your
Thank you,
point.
I guess.
Yeah, so go on, Belinda.
Okay, so I must start. I'm just going to be general, okay? So,
Okay.
for clarification, I'm going to talk about trust.
Oh,
Okay.
trust in the leadership.
Yep. So
Yes.
basically, one of the challenges that Gen Z face is that they don't have enough confidence in leadership.
Oh,
Yep.
that's right, though.
Exactly. And why is that? It is because especially older generations, they always look down on young people, especially due to their young age. Like us Gen Zs, we are young. We are born in the year of 2000s. That's why.
Oh, they think we lack of experience.
Yeah.
And there's a stereotypes that I heard. Something like when you are young, they assume you know nothing.
Wait. I know that lyric. It's
What?
coming from
What?
Taylor Swift, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, when you are young, they assume you know nothing.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly. That
What?
one.
Why, Belinda?
Really?
Well, there's an article that I've read actually. It is from Pew Research Center in 2023. It is
Oh.
stated that Gen Zs, even though they are young, they always keep up to the trend, they are always looked down on, even though they have fresh ideas all the time. Yeah, because the older generations always hesitate to trust their decisions, which
Yes.
is kind of sad because Gen Zs are supposed to be given the chance to speak up. Especially
exactly.
because we are born in the modern era, guys.
Yeah, that's true,
Yeah.
Belinda.
This is why trust is very important so that Gen Z can actually lead this world.
Yes, it is, Belinda. Thank you. That's a really good point of view.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, Belinda pointed out that Gen Z is lack of confidence. So if you become the leader, your lack of confidence, would there be people trusting you? Everybody? No, right? You're shaking your head. You agree with me. I mean, if I'm the moderator, I have no confidence speaking in front of you guys right now.
Yeah.
Do you guys
Come on,
trust me?
don't be like
Of course
that.
not,
Of course.
right? So that's the point of the challenge Gen Z faces, lack of confidence. So how about Kyra? You have something in your mind, you want to share it with us, I can sense it.
Okay, Maud, you're starting to creep me out.
Yes, we're sitting next together, so yeah, I feel your energy.
Okay, you guys know before loss of confidence, you know what caused that?
Yeah.
What is
Wow.
it?
public criticism.
Public criticisms. I
Wow.
hate that.
It is, right?
Just criticism in general. Because-
Really?
Yeah, because let's be
Oh.
for real. Who want to get criticized?
No one
I mean,
does.
do you want to get criticized?
No one
Guys,
wants
let's
that.
not
Right.
criticize anyone.
Yeah. But sometimes it's necessary
Why?
because, well, you need criticism to improve.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, that's
exactly.
true.
But
Mm-hmm.
still,
Mhm.
some people don't know how to handle criticism.
Oh,
And
yeah.
positions like leadership
Mm-hmm.
gonna had a lot of criticism.
Yeah, it's
Pressures,
pressuring.
right? They expect us to be professionals.
Yeah,
Of course.
expect you
To
to
be
be
perfect,
perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And okay, let's say I'm a minister. I made a little tiny mistake at a talk, and suddenly
Yes.
everyone is pointing their finger at me for something I
why?
didn't even do. Like, hey, my house has no electricity. This is your fault.
Oh
How is it our fault?
yes, how could it be
exactly.
our fault, right?
Yeah. So, how are you gonna handle that?
Mm-hmm.
And according to Deloitte 2022,
Mhm.
over 60% of Gen Z would avoid leadership position because they do not want to get criticized.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
it
that's
is.
true.
And I think that is the thing we gotta change. We gotta redefine that, okay? We need to change and we need to be braver.
Yes.
And I believe that's all from me.
All right, that's a very good point over there by Kyra. We need to face our criticisms, right? That's the challenge Gen Z face nowadays, especially becoming the leader. So, guys, we talk about challenges. So, there must be the solution, and that is going to be our last segment of the day.
Already last.
Yes, already
So
lost.
fast.
Yes, it is so fast. But guys, I want you guys to give all of you
Okay.
in this third segment.
Okay,
all right?
let's go.
Do
So
this.
here comes the hope of solutions to support Gen Z's leadership in Malaysia specifically.
Okay,
Yes.
let's go.
So let's start with Simpson.
Thank you, Mons. Again, I want to thank you so much. Now, I need to ask you guys something. Do you love where leadership is just about bossy, command everyone? No, right? That's why we
Yeah.
need a leadership style where can suit Gen Z.
Gen
So,
Z style.
how you may ask? We can adopt to transformational style. For example, instead of hierarchical control, we can rather be innovation.
Yes, exactly.
Making a team where everyone is one and everyone is the leader to guide each other.
So like
Yes.
Inclusivity and leadership. Yes.
That makes sense.
So that's it for me, Mons.
Oh, thank you, Simpsons. But how about Belinda? You're looking at me.
Of course.
Got a lot to say.
So basically, I'm just going to keep it short and simple.
Okay, so
So basically, one of the way to help Gen Z in leadership is that we have to give them more chance to speak up, especially
Exactly.
in decision making.
yes.
Okay.
Well, I've done a research about this based on an article that I've read published by UNICEF in 2021. It is stated that if young people, especially Gen Zs, if we are given more chance to speak, to have our own rights, no matter where, in schools, in communities, we are able to feel like we are valued. And most likely, we are going to gain more confidence.
Yes.
You know,
True.
as
I
a
agree.
leader, we have to be confident, right?
Yeah,
With
exactly.
confidence, we need braveness. Yep.
Exactly.
And with bravery, we are able to lead this
group.
world into a better future.
Yes.
Cannot argue with that.
Yep. That's,
And
all from
for
me.
you.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, Belinda. So from both Belinda and Simpsons, we get that we need those inclusivity, working together as a team, despite your races, ethnic, your genders, and everything, right? We, Malaysia, stick as one. That's the most important one. And from Belinda, we need to speak out. All right, everybody, have the confidence and braveness in you so that you can bring a very good team, as the leaderships will be redefined with the ethic, trust, and inclusivity. And guys, for that, it's kind of a wrap for our podcast today.
Really?
Yes.
I still want to speak.
I know, right? So, guys, especially the audience, let's not be sad, because you guys can keep up watching our podcast by subscribing our official YouTube channel.
Yep.
Yes.
We have a YouTube channel.
It is. So go to your YouTube now, search for
Open it,
#IP.
guys. Trust me.
Yes, search for #IP at IPGK Rajang and click those right red button. Sorry.
Yep.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, everybody. Keep on continuing watching our podcast. Okay.
Yep.
With that, is a wrap for
My Drop Nation.
Bye.
Goodbye. Gitu loh,
Thank you, Team 2, IKR, with Voices of Tomorrow, Gen Z, and the Future of Leadership. Thank you for that thought-provoking presentation.
Let me start with the questions. What happens when dialogue ends with words and never move into actions?
I guess nothing happens, right?
Well, that's right. Nothing happens and nothing changes. And that is why today's theme from dialogue into action, creating civilizational harmony and a sustainable future through intercultural conversation is so powerful, guys.
Very great topic there.
Right. And just that for introduction. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Welcome to Pod Squad Mizanis podcast. And where's today's all of the panelists, the great, amazing panelists will answer all questions in this hall, which are Ifa,
Hey everybody.
Lily,
Hello.
and Rain.
Hi.
All right, so back to our topic actually. So guys, so when it comes to cultures, what comes up in mind first?
Chinese.
I think like Malay, Indians.
Yeah, like ethnic and diversity. And you know, right? So we as a Malaysia, and we live in Malaysia. So we have like bunch of ethnics, like major ethnic, for example, comes to Malay, Chinese, Indians, and Bumiputras, and other kind of indigenous. So this makeup, I want to share with you guys actually. I've seen like on the internet about the data statistics of Malaysia's populations. It's up to 35 millions and above. So
That's interesting actually.
yes, and you know that Malays approximately be like 58% of that, and Chinese like 22%. The other Bumiputras conclude for like 12%, and Indians eventually make up like 6.5%, and this makes the Malaysia one of the culturally diverse countries in Asia.
Well, I can't guess that actually.
Yeah, because we need to appreciate our ethnic guys. So
Yeah.
peace, choose peace. And of course, let's get deeper into this topic. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. So since you know this title is kind of long, so why not someone explain it to us? Maybe give some a little bit definition so that the listeners could understand well. So who's gonna start here?
I think I'm gonna start first.
Okay, Ifa, the floor is yours.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ifa.
so to really dive into this theme, let's start with breaking down two big ideas. The
Alright.
first one is civilization, and the second one is sustainability. Okay, I might sound like Wikipedia now, but I don't care.
It's fine, it's
I just wanna
fine.
share with you guys the facts so that you guys can know what I'm actually explaining. So, according to UNESCO, a civilization is basically the advanced stage of human society where culture, science, and society system thrive.
Yes.
And to make it simple, in simpler words, actually, it's basically how we live and how we share values and just how we grow in knowledge. Yeah, that's the
Yes.
point. And let's move on to the next terms, which is sustainability, right? Okay. So the United Nations put it this way, okay? So it's actually about meeting today's need without actually messing things up for future generation. Okay?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so when we talk about sustainability, we always talk about environment, right?
Yeah, true.
right,
It's all
right,
about
yeah.
recycle and
Guys,
stuff.
We always forgot this one point.
What is
where
it?
Actually,
Where is
it's
it?
about dialogue, or it's about conversation, so that
yeah.
we can keep the sustainability maintained in all generations.
Oh, so it
guys.
all has connection with
Yes.
planet.
So
Alright, understandable.
when we talk about sustainability, it's not actually always about saving environment, but it's also about how we keep the generation going by the conversation. Okay, guys.
Okay.
And while we talk the term of sustainability, I actually got this one point. I want you guys to imagine this. In a generation, we will need to share this planet with more than 10 billion people.
That's a
Yeah.
lot.
That's
a lot.
actually a massive numbers, okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So we cannot actually depend on just we cannot actually depend on technology and resources only, right? We need to also depend and rely
On each other.
Yes, on each other, the way we treat each other, the way maybe just actually how we share responsibility so that we can actually grow better, right? So actually, this is what interesting. When it get interesting is when actually, if we talk about sustainability, we actually messes things up about environment and conversation, right? So when we talk about this, let's talk about this closer to us, to our hometown, Malaysia, right? This actually connected connected to our slogan, which is Malaysia Madani.
The Madani term.
When we talk
That
about
one very
Malaysia
familiar.
Madani, yes.
Yeah.
By rights, everybody really knows it.
Yes,
should
everyone
be.
should know this because that's our slogan now. And I think that's it, actually, what civilizational harmony is.
I am so sorry to interrupt before, but speaking of harmony, some might ask, didn't Malaysia once face a serious racial conflict, like during 13 May 1969?
yes.
Those ethnic riots. How does that fit into this thing?
Well, that's true.
Yes, that's right. That's actually a painful reminder when a misunderstanding and a division are left unchecked, actually, right?
Yes.
So, but Malaysia didn't stop there. We grow, we healed, and we bring together things. And our government introduced to us Rukun Negara, and with that, actually, we bring a better policies, right? And I think that's it, actually, about how with an incident, unity can grow. That's actually how it is about.
Yeah. Thank you, Iva. And I love how you break it down to two things, the key points of what the titles be, like civilization and sustainability. And do you see that it's connected to one of the things, the tragedy, the incident, tragedy that happens, and it's actually connected again between the ethnics that we have. And you yourself said that civilizations and sustainability. Civilization means that itself, like the society grows together, and the three keywords that you say, right? Cultures, respect, and also what again? Share values. And of course, and also why on the other hand, we have the sustainability. So sustainability means towards like how someone's get the needs today without harming the tomorrow. And particularly, you're not just a point to like the environment itself. It also means towards the peace and justice. But you know, however you say, dialogue alone isn't enough, right? The real harmony happens when conversation turns to a real action. Yeah, and you said that Madani, the terms of Madani, right? So it's bring closer to us. It's connect directly as a Malaysian. The terms of Madani itself, it was introduced by our Prime Minister, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Yeah, the Madani bring us together as Malaysian. And you know, somehow, when I say that dialogue alone isn't enough, it's kind of like, you know, click me. It's like, it's kind of click me, you know, right? Because I've seen that many people actually argue on that, you know?
Like
because
a lot of people
we
actually
believe on
do
that,
this.
like dialogue alone is enough because you need to do the action. you need to do the action because that's our question right now. So by right, that's the question for this. So do we actually stuck on conversations for such a long time without having real progress? And I really want to answer right now. So who's going to answer?
Yeah,
Lily, go on.
All right, Lily,
Okay.
go on.
Let me go deeper into this question. I get the point that dialogue is important. But
Yeah.
honestly, dialogue without action feels like planning a potluck and then nobody brings any food. Can you imagine how funny is that?
Yeah.
We have had so many conversations about unity, harmony, tolerance, and yes, we have concluded that they matter. But if it ends there, then it is just a theory.
Yeah.
Let's take intercultural harmony, for example. It's nice to say we respect diversity, but then the real progress happens when schools actually create blended teams for any project, when workplaces celebrate all cultures fairly, when community collaborate instead of just coexisting. That is when dialogue turns into something
So
real.
that's the action, right?
Yeah, that is the action. That is why action is very important. So for me, dialogue is like the invitation, and action is when we actually shows up. Because without showing up, it is just an empty talk. Okay, guys, please remember that harmony is not a group chat. It is a group project where we do the real action.
But Lily, you just say that we need to do real action as well.
Yeah.
But how does someone actually move from a dialogue to real action? Like mostly in building the civilizational harmony. So come on.
I think our biggest mistake is assuming that action has to be something huge, like world peace treaties or global summits.
I get that.
However, civilizational harmony starts small. It is in our everyday choices.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a story from me?
Oh
Back then, I won't elaborate it too long. I will keep it simple and real. Okay, for example, back when I was in school, we had this one group projects among our friends from different backgrounds. At first, it was kind of awkward. You know, different style, different
know each
ideas.
other, right?
Yes, like, who are you? I was like, we keep judging each other. We keep side eye each
Because you
other.
don't have the connection with each other,
To
right?
think about it again, it is very funny actually.
Okay.
And then over time, we learn how to compromise. We respect and we actually laugh at each other for our own little habits. And that small group project actually taught me a lot more about harmony than 100 seminars could do. I'm sorry to say that.
That's actually a small step that you are explaining about, right?
Yes.
That's the small
Yeah.
step that we can take. The action itself.
So therefore, at the end of the day, dialogue like the spark, but action is how we keep the fire going. And please remember, harmony isn't about agreeing on everything. It's about building something together despite our differences. And that is way, way, way more powerful than just talking.
But Lily, small actions don't really solve global problems, do they?
Well, I respect your point of view, Ray.
thank you.
But then, come again, yes, small actions might look tiny. But hey, even nasi lemak starts from a grain of rice, right? Okay, so for me, harmony isn't one big leap. It's like millions of small steps moving in the same direction.
Okay. So I love how you say that. Like dialogue alone is matters, right? But it isn't enough when it just stays as words, right?
Yeah, we have to take
Without
action.
an action,
Yeah,
it's
and-
nothing.
Yeah, because I've said earlier, like real harmony comes when the conversation turns into action, just like how I described it. So bold it down. And of course, I love how you say that the civilization harmony comes not just only from like big move, even the small, like how you engage and how you're like learning together with your friends from different backgrounds. It creates things to like it's like the foundation for
It taught
civilization
me a
harmony.
lot.
Building little by little,
Yes,
right?
even for example, like the large group that you shared, that probably, for example, like favorite system for like schools or workplaces, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's make it. And I love her reminder that she gave it to us. The reminder that the nasi lemak.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Lemak,
nasi
are you guys
lemak, bro,
hungry?
I'm really hungry right now.
No, like nasi lemak like comes from like just like a small grain of rice, and eventually it's become big. And civilization harmony doesn't need the big gesture. It's like the addition that we can add to something, collective addition, and we can add to something, and it becomes more greater in the future. And since Lily, you mentioned nasi lemak now, so I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
But I'm not hungry for food. I'm hungry for stories.
Yeah, me
Oh my
too.
God.
You know, like, okay, so just now we have more like facts. I was gonna like get bored. So I wanna hear some stories since we Gen Z. Okay, so we wanna relate it to something that more real experiences. And I think that really like looking at me, so that I think you're
I'm not,
gonna
I'm
share
not.
a lot of stories with us, right? So
Yeah.
why don't I please you to
Go
come?
on,
Yeah.
Rain. Share
All
some
right,
stories.
so let me share a story that really brought Madani to life for me. So I was a part of community where people came from all walks of life, but instead of finding diversity in that kind of full of people with different cultures, they find it very hard to blend in and to fit in because we know that, like, for example, if Malay, Indian, Chinese, it's kind of hard to really blend with that kind of people. Right, right. So one day we decided to take a chance. So we started a project where each of us would have to would share something that shaped who we were. Not just about our names, our jobs. Like, if you know my name, Fazrin, it's not
it's
just my
deeper.
name. Yeah, it's more deeper than that.
Like our whole stories
Yeah, it's
of
like
life.
a piece of our heart. Yeah. And then one woman stood up and shared her story, which was very, very, very touching for me and emotional. I would definitely want to cry.
Please don't cry right here. We are doing a podcast.
Sorry. And then I could never forget that story because of how it is very emotional and it very close to me. So she told us how, as a young girl, she had been forced to leave everything behind because of what? Have a guess. Have a guess.
Maybe her parents
For
left
her
her.
family?
Yeah, because her family was displaced during a natural disaster.
Oh my
Just
God,
imagine
that's
how
so
that
sad.
feels.
It's like
Oh my
a
God.
movie, right?
Yeah, like I could never imagine my life without my family.
So she went
Yeah.
separate with her family?
Yeah, and
Oh
then
my God.
she described the fear of not knowing if her family did survive the natural disaster because she was left alone.
Oh my God, don't cry, Lily.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Rain. Don't cry.
Please do
It's
calm
okay.
down, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So as she spoke, I could feel everything truly deeply in me because if I were in her place, I would feel so devastated, so hopeless, and I really hope that I could be with my family for the rest of my life because they are everything to me. So I was very sorry for her, and I'm actually very proud because of how she was actually could be very strong in that kind of situation. Because if it were me, I would have definitely be dead by now.
I'm weeping.
Yeah.
I'm weeping so much.
And then something incredible happened. Another person stood up, which had a very completely different life. So he stood up and shared about how he had grown up with privilege. You know, he was actually very rich. He had a lot of money. Like, oh my God, that's my dream. I really want to be rich.
I would want that.
Yeah. So he always say that he could get whatever he want, right?
So what's the problem?
Yeah, the problem is that people don't realize that even if he had a lot of money, he was always feeling isolated and left out. Even with people like this, like imagine if I were the boy, like like this. Like, if I were with this kind of people,
Isolated,
I
even
still
with
feel
people.
So nobody
I
was
still feel
asking
lonely.
how is he.
Yeah. So
He's
it's
feeling
really very sad because
sad.
people thought that if you have money, you could have everything. Because
Yeah,
it is
that's
totally
right.
wrong. I would definitely deny that right away, even though I want to be
now I
rich. But
see.
still, yeah,
I get that. Alright.
money cannot buy everything.
Even the happiness.
Like money cannot buy your family, your time, your happiness. I mean,
True.
sometimes it do,
Yeah.
but definitely the family part. Yeah, but then yeah. So money can't really buy the key to make the loneliness go away. It's actually really depend on ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
I mean, okay, that's right. I mean, I love how like Rain shared a powerful conversation.
Yeah.
just now.
So because in that moment something has shifted. I feel like so okay, we cannot see each other as strangers anymore. We need to see people as humans with real pains, real feelings, real dreams. Yeah.
Right.
And then that's when I realized that Madani, what truly Madani means. Like it's
not just about we tolerance or respect. It's more about like we dig deeper and then get to know each other and we share sympathy so that it could changes us all. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
all for me.
All right, okay. So Rain, you just shared a powerful story just now, and like time is kind of ticking actually, because we're reaching the end. So okay.
I'm so sorry for being so
No,
emotional.
you're good.
It's
You're
so
good. 'Cause
embarrassing.
I love how you say that, because from her view, the story itself is a connection that we need to connect with others.
Yeah.
Like we need to hear the experience from others so that we can feel the connection, the stronger humanity than our differences. But then again, before we actually wraps up, I want to hear like any of you want to say this. Each one, not each one actually, one of you to say like last thoughts of you about these words.
I think to keep it simple because time is ticking right now. Like imagine like dialogue is like rehearsing, and then action is like the performance. Okay, so if we keep rehearsing forever, aren't the audience getting bored? And if we perform without rehearsing, then it's going to be a chaos. So yeah, that harmony needs to be balanced.
Okay, so I think that's the end. I mean, Ifa, you did such a good job from giving us the explanation and really answered the question, Heart's question. And Rain, you just give us such an emotional story just now. I wonder how they were right now.
Yeah.
And right, so on behalf of the podcast, Pod Squad Mizanis, thank you for joining us. And I think that's all from us. Pod Squad Mizanis signing off. Till next time. Bye.
Thank you, Team 3, Pod Squad, Mizanis, for that brilliant presentation.
Testing. No.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Gen Z Talks. So basically, we are from College Vocational Perdagangan Johor Bahru, and we call ourselves Dagang
Game
Changers. Okay. All right. So, let's be honest. I mean, we are Gen Z, and it is the podcast where we speak up, speak out, and sometimes speak differently. I'm Shabira, your host, and today's topic is spicy, but important.
How is it, Henry?
Okay, so it is actually the art of respectful, how Gen Z can debate and disagree without dividing. Okay, so joining me today are three awesome friends. Okay, so actually me and Amani, which is panel 2, we are actually from Secretarial Administration Program.
Yes.
So Izul and also Henry, which is panel 1 and panel 3, they are actually from Computing Program. Okay, hi guys, so how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here.
I'm very energetic right now.
Wow.
That's good to hear. All right, so, okay. Okay, so let's get into it. So first things first, Izul, what does respectful dissent mean to you?
Well, to me, it's like saying, I don't agree with you, but in a nice way.
Yeah, politely, right?
Yeah, people don't like it when you speak very disrespectful in online because people get mad easily, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that we should just be very mindful and very respectful towards others, whether it be online or offline. Yeah. And I think that in all about this, it's very, very important for us to grasp the principle of Madani. Yeah, because online things can happen. Yeah, that's about my opinion.
Okay, so what about Amani? Do you really think that Gen Z is actually good at this?
Okay, so actually for me, sometimes do and sometimes don't. Like I know that our gen are brave. We talk a lot, right? We speak
Yeah.
up. Like you say, we speak up. We speak,
Speak
differently.
differently.
But if you see on social media nowadays, we can control them. You know, it can be very messy when they're just commenting without thinking others' feelings, right? Like actually they forget that disagreement doesn't mean we hate them. So respectful dissent is actually about how we expressing our opinions, our thoughts. It's not about attacking or judging people, right? So actually, can you imagine we're actually talking about climate change, for example, right? For the first 1 minute. And can you imagine for the second minute, there must be someone who say us as, I know everyone can familiar with these things. They will call us as a keyboard warrior.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's so true actually, because
Right.
I do have my own experience.
Yeah.
Oh. I once wanted to post a comment
Okay.
on this post about marriage problem.
Seriously about marriage?
Yes, about marriage problem.
Okay.
And the issues is about 50-50. You guys know that?
Yeah, we do know that. Yeah.
So when I give my own opinion on that comment, actually I got about 1,000 comments. Yeah, it's mostly I can say hatred comments.
Oh, okay.
And I can say on top, it said that you think you are the kindest man in
You're
this
the
world?
genius one?
Yeah, I was like, chill, bro.
Why you didn't say yes? I'm the kind man of the world.
Oh yeah, because me myself,
Okay.
I put Madani
Madani
value.
value.
So Madani.
Yeah.
Okay, does this thing happen to your family members or something? Is it that relating to you?
Oh yeah. I do have interesting story actually.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
What is it? I'm all ears, Henry.
Okay.
For
All
you.
ears. Yeah.
It's about my sister.
Okay.
She has a friend, and her friend has a problem with her boyfriend.
Okay.
So they are arguing. So my sister, as her friend, she really trying to defend. Like you guys are, we are
Sisterhood.
friends.
Friends, so we
Yeah,
different.
friends.
Yeah.
Stand up
So
together.
on towards them, my sister actually give her own opinion on IG, I think.
Yeah.
She said that she also demanded a man that have 3K income per
I'm
month.
sorry, what?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Everyone.
Wow.
She also demanded a man that have car, motorcycle,
Motorcycle.
and their own house. She doesn't care about the look. She only care like about money. And I was like, damn, bro. I think I should be one of the haters.
You're the fanatic one, right?
Yeah.
Even though that here's the
but
sister.
actually, people do not know what her true story really is. People just judge based on what they see.
See.
Yeah.
So to me, what Madali tried to value us on Gen Z is we need to discover. Discover first, think twice before you say something.
Yeah.
And this advice also need to go to my sister.
Like we actually know that Gen Z loves dramas a lot, right? The more we argue, the more people can see that.
Yes, definitely. So actually, clearly, it's not about how we say it. Respectful dissent is not about how we say it. It's actually about what we want to say. I mean, and the meaning behind it. It has to be, you have to take care of what you're saying.
Yeah.
So,
We have to be
yeah.
careful with choosing
Yeah,
the
you
words
have to be
about
careful.
podcasts, through
Be
social
careful.
media.
Or else you will end up like my sister.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about Madani. So basically, Malaysia's Madani values are, it's basically, respect, compassion, and even unity.
Even innovation.
Yes,
It's
innovation.
compassion and something like
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
So how does this actually connect to respectful dissent?
Well, to me, Madani principle is about being a good citizen to Malaysia. And about that, we have to put aside our differences and respect each other's differences.
Yeah.
Like either it be race,
Yes.
Religion,
religion,
yeah.
or even personal opinions. Yeah.
We have to respect that a lot, right?
that's true.
Every single person have their own different opinions.
Yeah, and backgrounds also.
Yeah.
That is part of respectful dissent. Yeah, and it's how we keep being, it's how we keep the peace and also be honest with each other at all time.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually
Definitely.
agree with this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not agreeing. No. I agree with this also. Actually, for me, if you can see, Madani teaches a lot of good manners, such as
Yes.
respectful.
Yeah.
We
Compassion.
learn how to be kind,
Kind,
wise, and so on. So actually, all the good manners in Madani. So for me, if you want to be Madani nation, Madani generation, we have to learn how to disagree without hating people. Yeah, that's really help to protect our harmony. And we can prove that even though Malaysia, our country, of course, have different, like I say, every single person have their
Their
own
own
different
opinion.
opinions, but we still can get along. We can still achieve the peaceful. Yeah, exactly right.
That's what I'm saying.
Who want to agree every day?
It's tiring.
It's tiring, right?
Yeah, mentally.
Okay, so
for
how about
me,
you?
Yes.
They have to, what Gen Z need to do is, on Madani values, they
Okay.
have to reject bad behavior.
Yeah.
Toxic
behavior.
Toxic behavior. Because for me, if you just say the words that come to your mind, like sometimes it's a bad word,
Yeah, curse word,
and
right?
Curse
then
word.
don't filter it, it will be so rude.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
like you say, it can also cause World War III. But in the comment section.
Yeah, in the comment section, definitely.
Just imagine in the comment section also there will be a war.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's bad.
Drama. A lot of drama.
Like I say, Gen Z love drama.
Yes. Okay. So Madani isn't just a fancy word. It's actually a way of life. And the fact that we as Gen Z are actually incorporating this into our life, that's actually good enough, honestly.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's like basically saying I respect you even if I think pineapple on pizza is a crime.
Is there anyone who doesn't love pineapple on pizza? Do you love it?
I do love it.
I do like it actually.
Nope, I don't like it.
You don't, but it's okay. We always respect.
Yeah, we
different.
still respect.
I also
Yeah.
respect your opinion.
Oh, but I think you're the one who doesn't like it.
But still, I don't like my pizza sour.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
fine.
Actually, that statement is from that funny thing is
Yeah.
actually from Italy, right?
Oh
Yeah, it
yeah.
is,
We
it
also
is.
know that pizza actually from Italy,
Oh
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
Italy.
it
And
is.
then they are fighting with American people
Yeah.
about
Okay.
pineapple, but I don't know how it come to Malaysian. I don't know why.
Because we are
Malaysian-
FOMO, you know that kind of.
Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Malaysia is such a FOMO.
Yeah. So moving on, let's talk about how Gen Z can do this in real life. I mean, in college or even at home and online. So how can we actually disagree respectfully?
All right. For starters, let's talk or comment or even post online with care, with respect.
Definitely.
We don't want to trigger any people with our words online, and we have to be respectful because like there's a lot of people with ethnicity, background, religion, race. Yeah, you don't like that, and I think that it's actually pretty easy to do that. You just have to first you just have to post with care.
With care, yeah.
Post with care.
But please, 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 please.
I think I heard it before.
Yeah, just be mindful of what you post before you
Post,
post.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have to comment with kindness.
Henry
Comment
said,
with
think
kindness.
Yes.
twice.
Don't
Think
talk
twice.
about the person
Or something serious and
Serious
sensitive.
matter,
Yeah.
yeah.
If the topic
Can
is
hurt
about
somebody.
that, just keep it at that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And I think that's all about me. Yeah.
Okay, so what about Amani?
Okay, so for me, actually, one of the big deal that we have to know is actually about kind praises.
Yeah.
We have to use kind praises, like for example, when others are giving their opinion, but at the same time we have other opinion that different from that. Instead of you just yelling at them, maybe you can just use kind praises, like I understand what you're trying to say, but I see it differently. I understand your view, but I think like this. So instead of just yelling at them, scolding at them, can say it politely.
And to me, it's made the argument is that they are not breaking the spirits.
Yeah, it's more like mature.
It's very not scared to
more mature and
talk.
respectful.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
So another point is, please, just please don't interrupt while other are talking. Like just let them finish their last word and then you can talk whatever you want. Yeah, we have to respect, give them chance to talk, to express their opinion. Yeah, so actually that we want in Madani. That's respect, right? We respect each other and so on. So that really shows how mature we are. And talking about maturity, do you know that one case that happened at our neighboring country?
Indonesia?
Yeah.
Oh, the
That
riot one.
Yeah, I've heard on TikTok actually. So you can see that the people destroying their infrastructure. There might be some reason, but for me, it's such an immature behavior. I don't know. I know you're agreeing with me.
Okay, I'm sorry,
for
but
me, it's
actually,
not immature.
I'm trying to argue about that statement.
It's okay.
To me, I cannot call it matured, and I also cannot call it immature. Because what I see is Gen Z have their own opinion, and we can see that if Gen Z united all, it is very powerful. Even the country, even the government can be taken down.
Yeah.
It's like in Nepal.
Oh, yeah, really? It's happened to Nepal too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nepal.
It is, right?
In Nepal, they stopped their in 2 days, right? They
Yeah,
stopped.
the government got taken
Actually,
down
what
in
happened?
2 days.
Okay.
There's a riot about corruption and all that. And Gen Z is actually the voice that started. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how powerful.
That's how
Gen Z
powerful
voice.
Gen Z voices can
Gen Z
be.
voices.
And you know how the Prime Minister of Nepal is getting selected?
How?
Actually, you know, right?
Why you say how?
Wait. Ah, yeah.
Oh.
Do you guys know Discord?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
Don't say that they use
they
that.
made a video call about that.
Wow.
There's
my
thousands of people.
So the Prime Minister have selected
Yeah.
through Discord.
Yep.
That's
Throughout
Gen
Discord.
Z. So
That's
Gen Z.
So Gen
actually
Z.
a history to make.
Yeah.
That's basically history.
Yeah, I'm Prime Minister. I've been selected from Discord.
Right.
Hello everyone.
Normally, usually it's using election, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Like PRU 14.
But using Discord, I think this is the first time, right?
Yeah,
In the
definitely.
world.
First time in the
Yeah.
world.
Word record.
Okay. So we're moving on. What about online spaces? I mean, like social media can be so harsh.
Oh, I think for me, we just have if there is an argument or discussion online and people disagree with you and they say bad stuff, you just have to like, oh, okay, that's it, and just be mindful. They can say whatever they want, and you can say whatever you want. It's a free speech policy, right?
Yeah.
No one likes to be limited, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Freedom of speech. And if something or if someone says personal stuff about you, just don't mind it.
Ignore it, right?
Yeah, ignore it.
Yeah.
Be the better person by not engaging in such immature behavior.
I've heard.
Just be kind.
Yeah, I've heard that
Just be
one thing on TikTok. Like they say, why people talk about us? Because when they talk about themselves, no one hear.
Yeah.
So that's why they talk about us. So just ignore whatever they say.
Then there's also a trend on TikTok called rage baiting, if you guys know about it.
They're also joy bathing.
Gen Z, of course.
A new one. Yeah.
Okay. For me, please, Gen Z.
Please.
Yes, please. Do some research before you guys talking.
Yeah.
Don't just argue because you want to argue. Because argument is the thing that you
Do to solve
the problems, right?
Yeah.
It's not the thing that you do that don't take anywhere else.
Getting it anywhere.
Yes. So for me, if you want to debate about financial, you want to debate about education, firstly, you need to be educated.
What do you want to say?
Definitely. You have to know what you want to
you have
say
to know
first.
what's the point.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I do feel this way that I know that I'm wrong, but
Okay.
I just want to keep
Win.
fighting.
The winner
I
is
just
the
want
best.
to win the argument because I think if you win it, then you are the best. But actually, what really shows me that argument is doesn't only comes if you're win. Sometimes if you're wrong
And you admit it.
and you
Yeah,
admit
admit
it, it's really show how you really strong about it.
Yeah. You're not sure.
Be the better person.
Be the
a
better
better
person.
correct.
So actually, for me, the one of the thing that we cannot ignore is about the tone while we're chatting online.
Yeah.
Like
important.
even in WhatsApp, Telegram, or any other platform, you know. So
Yes.
like a simple OKAY. Anyone can read it as you are mad. Actually, but you are don't.
Like okay.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like some of us will read it as okay, but some of us will read
Okay.
Okay.
you know. So which one is the correct
Correct
one? So
one,
yeah.
just to avoid that kind of misunderstanding, we can use stickers, emojis,
Emojis.
and so
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Like Gen Z is popular with that, right? What are you trying to say, Henry?
Actually, I do have seen one of the funny video about
Okay.
what you say.
Uh-huh.
When they go low, we go lower.
Okay,
They
if I
yeah,
say
they say
okay,
if someone chatting us, they say okay, they will be like too dry, too
Dry.
short,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So when we go lower, we will say
K only. So
Definitely.
that's how it's bring emotion. So just
Yes.
make sure your message is understandable. You're okay or not okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, before we end, I would like each of you to share one hope for Gen Z in Malaysia when it comes to respectful dissent.
Okay.
Well, I hope that we as Gen Z
Yes.
can speak with courage and respect to each other because that's how we build a better Malaysia for future generations.
Yeah, okay. And for me, I really, really hope that our generation is the Gen Z will learn how to listen more, understand people
definitely.
more.
Yeah.
Like, just respect other opinions.
Yes.
We don't know even there are maybe sometimes we thought that we are right, but when we listen to others' opinion, then we can spot which our weakness, right?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that's actually how we build Madani Nation. And so on.
yes. For me, we all do know that what's Madani value really is, right?
Yeah. Respect, of course.
I just hope that these Madani values is actually connected towards all of Gen Z. So it will be great experience for all social media, and it won't be chaos lah.
Yeah.
Gen Z with cares is like
Yeah. So like that lah. I just hope that Madani value can be intersect with us.
yeah, we have to
Yeah,
research first actually, right?
definitely.
Like
Research
Henry
before.
said, we know that fake news is like spread so fast. So I think that we can just avoid that.
Yeah, it's like a wildfire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fire, definitely. So beautiful thoughts and opinions, guys. And thank you so much to Isol, Amani, and Henry. And also to our listeners as well. And remember, disagreement doesn't mean division. And with Madani values, Gen Z can lead the way in respectful conversations. So until next time, stay thoughtful, stay connected, and stay respectful. That's all from us from Dagang.
Game changers.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Team 4, for the splendid presentation. Now, if you vibe with today's talk, we've got more good stuff coming your way. But let's take a 5-minute break for now.
Hello, 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 hello. Testing, testing. 1, 1, 1. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Testing, testing.
When I was a child, my grandmother used to tell me stories in Malay. Stories like Pak Kado, Sang Kancil, and Si Tanggang. My English teacher taught me literature. You may have heard Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet, just to name a few. And I just remembered, my best friend Raga used to sing to me in Tamil. Macha, macha. All these different languages was a window into a world. And each one made me feel that I belong somewhere. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning and Salam Malaysia Madani. I'm Ali, your moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, today on Vox Gen Z podcast, we're going to dive into the topic of how language shapes our national identity and well-being. The question at hand is, who are we in words? To unpack this, I am joined by three outstanding Gen Z speakers who will all give their insight onto this topic. Let's get to know them, shall we? Introducing our first panelist.
Hello everyone, I am Meenakshi. You can call me Meena for short. I am an avid researcher of linguistics, languages and manuscripts alike, which is why I personally believe that language is the soul of one's identity.
Moving on to our second panelist.
Hello everyone, my name is Keishan and I am very interested in both linguistics as well as sociology, and I like to see how the two interact with one another.
And lastly, our third panelist.
Hi everyone, I'm Rachel. I'm someone who can look into the future, and I see how the way we speak today shape our nation tomorrow.
Thank you to all of you for being here to discuss this with us. I noticed that all of you have very different backgrounds, and this will for sure make our conversation much more lively. To start off, let's talk about identity and how it relates to us as a person. As we all know, our language and identity speaks to us as who we are. But beyond that, it reflects a rich cultural heritage and history. So, for this first part, I would like to shine the spotlight on Meenakshi.
Thank you, Ali.
My pleasure.
When we talk about languages and identity, right, I think it's important that we take a stroll down history lane first. You see, language has always been a key part of nation building. After the 1969 racial riots, not the best year for Malaysia, but our nation's leaders decided to unite the diverse cultures and people of Malaysia under one shared identity as Malaysians. And do you all know what was the tool that they used?
Well, what is it? Not sure.
The weapon that they decided to conjure was language, specifically the Malay language. This was because at that point of time, everyone was able to speak the common tongue of the Malay language specifically. You see, personally for me, I speak Tamil as my mother tongue, and it connects me to years and centuries of history and rich literature. From Tirukkural to Bharadiyar, I'm extremely proud of my heritage. But at the end of the day, my identity as a Malaysian stems from the fact that I am able to speak the Malay language a lot more comfortably. This was exactly what was said by our first Prime Minister himself, Tunku Abdul Rahman, when he mentioned, we must foster unity through a shared language, without the loss of the beauty of our diverse cultures. When we think about it, our parents and grandparents' generation were very heavily shaped by these efforts in order to promote a shared identity as Malaysians. And as we Gen Z casually speak the Malay language, we should never forget that what we are speaking is not just language. We are speaking years of history, resilience, and above all, the shared identity as Malaysians.
Well, yes, Meenakshi, I totally agree with you on that. Very well said. And to be honest, you did mention that our older generation was shaped by efforts to push forth the Malay language. And to be honest, one of the biggest factors in this effort was actually artists from back in the day. And one of them, I think all of you would know, would be the famous Tan Sri P. Ramlee, singer, songwriter, actor, and film director. He truly was multi-talented, wasn't he?
Of course he was,
Of course,
absolutely.
he was very talented.
And in fact, I still remember very fondly how my grandfather always said how much he loved to watch Tan Sri P. Ramlee movies when he was younger. And even to this day, every now and then my grandfather would still sing his songs for me to hear. And one of the songs I find most amusing and also one of his favorites is this, Ayah Cik Siti, Perempuan Banyak Muda. Ever heard of it?
Of course,
Yeah.
Yes.
And may I add Kishan? Maybe he liked this also.
Yes.
Aci, aci, buka pintu.
Oh yes, Ali, spot on, Ali. Yes, that was another one of my grandfather's favorites. I never thought you would know it though. Well, as you all can see, it was from these songs, which were also tied to many films and movies, which inspired these older generations to be united under a common language, which is, of course, the Malay language. And from this, we were able to create the national language and ultimately foster a sense of national identity.
Spot on, Keishan. But talking about Tan Sri P. Ramlee, we couldn't forget our Dubio Khan. He's basically Gen Z's singer, and I'm proud that he's our representative. Do you know that he's actually a Malay singer that sings Tamil songs?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
You must know because you sing the Macha Macha. But I truly agree with you that superstars, influencers plays a big role in conveying how Malaysia's language shows that it's a part of our diversity, it's our identity. And especially with the influence of media on one's mind now, it's more important if we want to deliver these messages into the hearts of the Generation Z today. A book I've written, The Asian Renaissance, don't know if you've heard of it, by Anwar Ibrahim.
Yes, it sounds very familiar actually.
Yeah, by our first Prime Minister, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim. It stated that in order to revitalize Asian, we must understand and preserve our indigenous language. And Malaysia, a country with so many accents and regional dialects, Generation Z must play a part to conserve our language so that it can be protected and not lost in time.
You guys were superb. That was absolutely awesome. But it's clear to me that our identity is based on the coexistence and teamwork of different ethnic backgrounds. All of us from different worlds merging together to create something beautiful. This unity, which is Malaysia. So we've talked a lot about this. Let's move on to the next. When we speak a certain language, we often feel like we belong to a certain race. But is that the case all the time? This question I will ask to Kishan.
Well, thank you so much, Ali. Well, in most countries, yes, because, well, most countries have one culture and one race. But here's the problem. We're in Malaysia. It's multicultural, multilingual. That is our identity, as Meenakshi just said. So how does language create belonging in this country? Well, does anyone have a clue?
No, I'm
Maybe
sorry.
one language?
Not really. In fact, the answer is very simple. It's one thing that all Malaysians do. That thing is code switching. And it is very important to us because code switching allows us to speak in the language that is most comfortable based on situation and based on who we are talking to. And so it promotes inclusivity and helps us to build bridges better. And from these bridges, it will create this sense of familiarity with everybody. And that is what creates belonging within our national community. In fact, our constitution actually promotes this. Whichever was the article that was
Let me see if I can help you
yeah,
out.
the one that said the Malay language is the national language.
Was
whichever.
it Article 152?
Oh, yes, it is, Meenakshi. Oh, wow, you read a lot. I could never remember that. Well, that article did state further down in the clause that while solidifying the Malay language as the national language, it also said it does not prohibit other languages from being spoken or used. And that shows that we should learn other people's languages so that we can connect with others. And if we are able to slip even a word or two into our conversations with them, it can really touch their heart and open their world to us and open their culture to us. As Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. But if you talk to a man in his language, that goes to his heart.
Actually, very well said, Kishan. And one of the things that really struck me when you were mentioning was code switching. I think I can most confidently say that no other nationalities have mastered the art of code switching as we Malaysians have.
Yeah.
Well, let me put it into perspective for you all so you can relate to what I'm saying, right? If we go, let's say, to the mama shop or the kopitiam, we do not use perfect Malay or perfect English to place our orders. Most of the time, for me personally, when I go and place my order, it oftentimes then not goes like this. Ane, 2 roti canai tapau, please.
Inashri, can I add on?
Yes, please.
Boss, tabau satu kopi ais kau.
Absolutely. And that is what I think truly makes Malaysian unique and the true sense of belonging as Malaysian. Because the fusion between Malay, English, as well as Mandarin and Tamil really makes us united as Malaysians too.
And when talking about all of this code switching, it really reminds me of the difference I code switch now and then. The difference between my secondary school years is I mostly speak Chinese, after all coming from a Chinese vernacular school and all. However, after I've come to my college, I realized I really use a mixture of everything. I started speaking Malay to my Chinese friends, and with Indian friends, sometimes I greet them with Wanakam. And with Malay friends, sometimes they tell me Gong Xi Fa Cai, even if it's not Chinese New Year. But that's okay. After all, it really shows that we care. It reflects one of our Madani values, compassion, where our language matters, even if it's not really ours, but all of us plays a part in conserving it. And I think that really is the way it should be.
Spot on, all of you. We make a great team, don't we? So, what I can get from here is that code switching is just another form of respect. It's a way to say, hey, we might be different. That doesn't mean I should treat you differently. It shows that we are inclusive and all of us belong here. So we've covered a lot of ground here. So we've talked about identity and belonging, but how does language tie into nationhood? And when we speak of nationhood, it's in a large scale. So Rachel, you can take this away.
All right, thank you, Ali. All of this talking actually got reminded of a funny conversation I had with some of my foreign friends. They were shocked to know that Malaysians can know up to 3 or 4 languages, but to us that's normal, right? And how I replied to them, saying, oh, I'm lying. I tell them, you only know English because you only eat English breakfast. I know Malay, Chinese, Tamil because I eat roti canai, nasi lemak, and char kway teow every day.
Oh, wow, that is witty. Wow.
But okay, jokes aside, multilingualism is Malaysian superhero. It's Malaysian superpower. And like every superhero, all of us needs a home base. And that base is our national language, the Malay language. The Malay language is truly a blessing in Malaysia. A study by University Malaya shows that 80% of our people regard Malaysian as something that builds the nation. And with how Malay is so powerful, Dr. Chandra Musafa also quoted that Bahasa Melayu is our lingua franca, and it is the bridge that helps build the gaps between people who don't share a native tongue. But here comes the catch. With how wonderful Bahasa Melayu, the Malay language, is, there's a lot of digital slangs, acronyms, and some Bahasa Rojak that got mixed into it. So here rises the question. Some might argue that it's a form of contamination that dirty our language. Some might say that it's a form of innovation. I believe it's the latter. After all, it is part of the Gen Z with their creativity and being the generation that stands between tradition and the future. They are the ones who need to shape this balance, laying the Malay language as a foundation and using their creativity to shape Bahasa Melayu as the creative evolving voices to shape this nation. And that really reflects our Madani value, sustainability, and innovation, where no one's language is left behind, and how it plays a key part in shaping our nation.
Well, yes, Rachel, I totally see where you're coming from. However, I do believe that there has to be a limit to this. Because here's the problem. Nowadays, with social media and the internet, a lot of slang terms are being essentially imported from outside, and mainly in English and maybe from other languages too, which are not native to us.
Can you give us some examples?
Well, I've heard this, and to be honest, I don't really like it, but like I've seen on social media some people say like, let him cook, suddenly becomes like biarkan dia memasak or something, and it just feels wrong because to me at least, I feel like over time, if we let this continue, it will chip away at our grammar, it will chip away at our vocabulary, and then if we leave this on for too long, who knows what's going to happen? We are going to lose our identity because we are going to lose the language that was built through so many generations. Except now we are losing it to foreign influence.
Well, I'm so sorry, but I do not see eye to eye on you on that part, Kishan. You see, as much as we know how important the Malay language is for us, especially as Malaysians, we also need to highlight the importance of English as well. Nowadays, we clearly know that English is the lingua franca of the current generation. And this was actually further highlighted by our PMX, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, when he mentioned we must accept the fact that the importance of English is too important, crucial for this matter, when he was addressing the fact that the importance of English is extremely important for Generation Z too, to be a globally competitive nation as well. This is where we can tie into the Madani values of prosperity. To become a prosperous nation, we have to be a generation who can wield both the Malay language and the English language very, very comfortably.
Wow, that was very interesting to see both arguments. But for me, I believe that all of you are right. That on one hand, we should protect our language from foreign elements and polluting it and making us forget our roots. But at the same time, English is very crucial for us to be globally competitive as other countries. And at the same time, as Rachel said, slangs are a form of innovation, but we should use it moderately. The key word here is we need to balance all these elements so that we do not forget our roots and remember which nation we belong to. It seems like you guys have lots more to talk about, but unfortunately, time envies us. So just a few words from me. I believe that the words and the languages we speak matter because whenever we speak, it carries our past, shapes our present, and imagines our future. Remember, when you switch from Malay, English, or your mother tongue, you are shaping your identity, belonging, and nationhood. So, before we end, we go back to the first question, which is who are we in words? So I want all of you to answer that. And remember, KISS.
I beg your pardon?
Keep it short and simple.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, if you ask me, who are we in words? As Malaysians, we are united under the same language of the Malay language. We have to realize that our language is our superpower, and we should be absolutely proud of it no matter what.
Well, I think we are unity in words because, well, it is because of language that we stand as Malaysians, that we have our identity and culture as Malaysians. And so it is because of language that we are truly united.
To me, I believe language is something that builds our nation, not divide us. So instead of letting it tear us apart, it should bring us together for us to move towards a more brighter future.
Thank you, all of you. This is who we are. Look no further than this stage. Malay, Indian, Chinese, all on this stage. This is what our forefathers fought for, the legacy of unity that we as Gen Z carry on, as we are the children of this soil. That's all from us. Stay tuned for the next episode of Vox Gen Z Podcast. Signing off.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Team 5 from College Matrikulasi Perak, Vox Gens. That was truly a fantastic.
I'm Rishal.
I'm Nina.
I'm Zen.
And I'm Sharf.
And if you didn't hear the MC earlier, we have a really interesting topic to share with you guys. But before I disclose what the topic is, how are you guys feeling? If you guys don't know, us matriculation students just had our mid-semester break, and so we're feeling really refreshed. And plus, all of you look amazing in your batiks. Can we just talk about it for a second? You guys look amazing. So how are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling very sad, honestly, because we have just finished our midterm
holidays, so I miss my bed.
Well, I just finished my GPJ test and luckily I passed it. So yeah, I can drive now.
Congrats.
Okay lah, later we can go out.
Later you
If you trust me enough lah.
Yeah, and I just want to go back to my home, to my bed. I can agree with Nina.
Honestly, same. Okay, so what is this suspenseful topic that I've been holding back from you guys? Well, our topic for today is compassion in communication, and also the humanity behind every single word that we say. And so for those who can get the wordplay really easily, this could come as very straightforward. But to those who don't get it yet, basically it means compassion in communication. So let's look at it word by word. Compassion truly means in its essence to feel for someone, to understand their pain, to understand how they are feeling in a specific situation without looking at ourselves and thinking of ourselves. In a sense, being selfless when we listen to another person's worries. And in communication, that's very general. There's a big spectrum of communication. So I'd actually like to hear how you guys derive compassion in communication.
Okay, I would like to start first. When I think of compassion, I think of my friend first, my best friend Zia. Okay, so compassion is all about, my friend Zia, during SPM, I was like very, very unmotivated with studying. And she saw that thing in me and she tried to help me and being compassionate enough for me. She was there for me to help me and explained to me about the subjects that I did not understand. And look at me now, I'm in matriculation.
Wow, I mean, good for you and your friend.
Yeah, and fun fact, she's also in the same matriculation as me. So I'm very, very happy that I get to learn in matriculation, the same matriculation as her.
Zia, if you're watching, thank you for helping our friend over here out. Okay, I find that very interesting, the fact that she was able to help you out, and that actually made you a better person overall. You're in matriculation now, it's such a big achievement, so congratulations to you. And Zia is such an amazing person, we could all learn from her.
I know, she is.
Yeah, I think it also shows that how words are not just merely words. It's also like a tool for us to, to elevate others, to change lives of others. And for my personal experience, I would like to share a quite personal story, which is about my uncle, who was a teacher like many years ago in the rural areas of Sarawak. And unfortunately, when he was 24, he got into an accident where he became paralyzed from neck down. So he passed away 2 weeks ago, and he passed away 2 weeks ago, and I was in the funeral, and many of his students came forward and paid their last respects. And one of the students actually cried there and told me like, my uncle was a great man, and he is a compassionate individual who, despite the students' struggle financially, their family struggles, he gave them free tuition and really changed their lives and gave them words of encouragement. And to them, my uncle really inspired them to, to be more compassionate individuals, to pass down the compassion to others. So I think it shows that how being compassionate to others is like a chain reaction. Yeah, if you learn physics, it's like chain reaction, and then you just bring down to others like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that compassion is contagious.
Compassion is contagious. Someone get that on a t-shirt right now. Compassion is contagious. Like how your uncle, what I really find inspiring about him is that you did mention he was paralyzed from the neck down at age 24, and he still, despite having struggles, chose to be compassionate to others. I know some people in the elderly generation that because of how many hardships and struggles they had in their life, they tend to be very gloomy all the time, and they blame everything on their situations and their past. But what your uncle did is so inspirational in the sense where, despite him being paralyzed from the neck down, he was still able to show compassion to others, and that could touch his students' hearts to the point where they want to spread his compassion to the world. And I find that really, really, really beautiful, And I'm so sorry for your loss too. I'm praying for your family. Okay, how about you, Shaf?
Okay, I like to be a bit factual here. For me, in my first point of view, I believe that compassion comes from the word empathy. It's like the ability for you to feel what other people will feel. And I also like to do quite a bit reading. So recently I learned that in Islam, the value of ihsan, the word ihsan, it actually teaches us to act with sincerity and kindness, especially and even in moments of conversation. And I like to quote Dr. Chandra Muzaffar in one of his books he wrote. It's called Rights, Religion and Reform. He actually wrote that trust and respect are the foundation of a dialogue or a conversation. And what makes that possible is compassion. So you can see how important it is that being compassionate especially in conversation, brings out a lot. And trust and respect is very big aspect of them.
If you are compassionate, if you have trust and respect, I feel like in a sense it's much more easier to be compassionate, because compassion is really a sum up value of all the Madani values. I know in and of itself it is a Madani value, but without one or the other, you cannot have compassion. Compassion, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree.
Yeah, it requires requires us to reflect on ourselves and notice our flaws and to work better and to be and more to care more for others. And so, in my opinion right now, there is in our society a lot of compassion, as we can see, not just government bodies, but even institutions, NGOs, even in our household. We see compassion every single day, and your experiences have proven that compassion is everywhere. Like, you don't have to even go that far. Recently all of us got that My Kase money in our ICs. I know everyone has that $100 right now, probably really happy using it. And especially for like the underprivileged families, they were able to use that money for their own groceries and their essentials. But in a sense too, despite having a lot of good, our society does struggle with compassion in certain aspects. And I wonder if you guys have observed any of these aspects and you have experienced it yourselves?
Oh, I have an experience. Well, not me, but I've heard a story about it. So, like, I think compassion starts at home most importantly. So, like, for example, when the children tend to open up to their parents, like for example, they say, "Mother, I feel very depressed," and their mother would say like something, "Why do you feel depressed? You don't have nothing to feel depressed about. You don't have to pay for the bills and blah blah blah."
Yeah, they dismiss their struggles.
So that the children, they don't feel seen. They don't feel like they feel neglected. So it's very important for compassion to be at home. It starts at home.
Yeah, agreed. And I feel like this could be seen even outside of the parent-child relationship, where the older generation tends to look at our generation as carefree and that we should live life more. And they cannot accept or take in when we say that we have problems and experiences where we feel sad, and therefore they lack compassion in that aspect. You know what I mean? And so what do you guys think? Do you guys think that there is a valid reason for the older generation to be less compassionate to us? Are we like overreacting? What do you guys think?
I mean, I wouldn't say we are overreacting because if you look now, our current syllabus and education system, what I learned in Form 3 back then, I saw that exact syllabus from history in my sister's Standard 5 book. So you can see like how the education system took a toll, and it also takes a toll on the students and how it can make them feel more stressed because it's more advanced than what they should have learned.
Agreed, I agree with you.
People should try to understand each other, because they are coming from, different generations, different timelines, and people should try to understand each other.
Yeah, I think outside of the generational conflict, we should be compassionate no matter your age, no matter your gender, religion, whatever. Compassion is universal, and we should really understand that, And you want to go next?
All right, I'll go next. This has been bugging me for the longest time. I would just like to point out, it's social media, man. Social media was started for us to connect with each other, to unite with each other, make core memories, save them so that we can visit to them whenever we want, educate each another. But in recent years, like past few years, the more newses and the more updates about like world situations has been uploaded to social media. It has created like a keyboard warrior culture. Like every post, people just want to point out their opinions, not to be understanding, but in the term of being right. They just want their opinion to stand out and be the correct one. They don't have that, motive of wanting to make it understandable. And researchers have shown that, like a Pew Research study in 2021, it showed that people only express these kinds of like aggressive comments and fights in social media rather than having like a face-to-face conversations. I mean, memes are having war comments nowadays.
How does that work?
Like, come on, people. It's supposed to make you laugh and feel better, not like create World War III in the comment section there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think social media gives like people anonymity, and people can just do whatever they want, and next day, user 123 can just delete his account, and no one will know who he is.
Yeah, and in anonymosity of all of it, And then also in that sense, like what you said, like people think that just because they're anonymous, they can get away with everything, And that shows that, because I even have compassion towards these people, because you can only show as much compassion as you've been shown compassion. So if you've been shown love in a household, you grew up in a healthy household, I doubt that you'd have much of an issue to show love to others because you have been nurtured in that love. And these people have maybe struggled at home, maybe they don't get that compassion from the people around them. And so I feel like even as a generation, we should be compassionate towards them also. And then also like what you said, where people are having comment battles in the comment section, it proves that people are very polarized, where even over the smallest details, they tend to have big opinions on them. Like what we heard, I think, was from group 4, like even pineapple on pizza can be very political these days, where someone can agree and disagree and they can comment thousands of comments under every single comment section, you know, just because of a small little opinion. And I feel like, yeah, we should combat that. What do you think, Zen?
I think it's time for us to look at global headlines, global news. Now, in this world, we are becoming more and more polarized. Like, for instance, when you look at the United States, people are divided to the left, divided to the right. People don't treat each other as fellow Americans. They treat each other as political rivals or extremists. And to me, it really divides the nation. And for us Malaysians, I think it is important for us to not to learn from them, to avoid doing that, Malaysia. So we should really uphold the Madani values, and in this case, Isan. And we Malaysians should share the common goal, share a common ideology, which is, in this case, the Madani ideology.
Yes, I
and
agree
it
with
is
you.
a tool for us to unite all Malaysians.
Yeah, even unity is also a Madani value in and of itself. Look at all of us. One's Indian, one's Chinese, one's Malay, and one's Punjabi. And so it really shows that unity in our generation today. And
We
then-
are united by batik.
Yeah, we are united by our batik today.
Yeah. And then to quote our Prime Minister, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, he mentioned that, which I really agree, that the strength of a country does not solely depend on its economic prosperity. Also depends on the ability of the people to show compassion towards each other.
Okay, before we continue further, I know some of you might be confused. What is this polarized they're talking about? Does that mean that all of us are soluble in water? Because as a science student, I was like, polarized? What in the world is that?
Scientifically.
Yeah, scientifically, yes, it's soluble in water. But in this instance, being polarized means to have contrasting opinions and having very heavy stances on them that you're not able to change that stigma in your mind. So that is what polarized means in its essence. And so moving on, we've heard the struggles of how society has a few issues to overcome. And now as a generation, we are Gen Z, we are the next generation of leaders. How do you guys think we can actually overcome this issue for once and make Malaysia more of a Madani nation than it already is? Anyone want to go first? Okay,
Can I
Nina,
go
you
first?
you can go first, Nina.
Okay, so when we receive compassion, I think it's very important for us to share the compassion to other people. We should share it with everybody, no matter the background. So
Yeah, exactly. Like it's contagious. Like what we mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
compassion is
Compassion is
contagious.
contagious.
The next time you see us, we'll be wearing a shirt that says that, by the way.
You made that into a shirt.
Yeah.
And I think that for Malaysia as a multicultural nation, where people are made up of different backgrounds, different religious backgrounds, of different beliefs, I think it's important for us to talk to each other with compassion, to communicate with compassion. For instance, we are matric students, right? We are matriculation students where we mingle around with people from different races, different backgrounds, different beliefs. I think it's very important. And I find a concept by our former Prime Minister, Tun Dr. Mahathir, quite interesting, which is a concept which we call it Sekolah Wawasan, where because our primary school, there's vernacular schools and Sekolah
Yes.
Kebangsaan.
Yeah, exactly.
So his idea is that we should unite, combine the schools. What does he mean by that? He wanted to, like for the 3 schools, the SJKC, SJKT, and the Sekolah Kebangsaan, to share common facilities, like the school field, the school hall, the canteen. So the students can mingle around with each other and to, have the chance to communicate with people from different backgrounds. So I think it is important to have that kind of exposure from a young age.
Yeah, I agree. When they mix around, it breaks down any polarized mindset or stereotypes or prejudice that they have in their mind. Like even my younger brothers these days, they shared with me their issues of how some of their friends bully them based on their race, which is not what we try to what we try to build in a Madani nation. How about you, Shah?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to social media, like I mentioned before, it has already been proven, like during COVID-19 time, #KitaJagaKita, everyone stood for each other, like the white flag movement. When one family couldn't afford basic needs, the other would donate or help each other around. But the only thing is we have to stick as time goes on. We have to make sure we maintain that. So basically it's more like practice showing empathy in social media. Think before you speak. How will the other party take it? And don't speak just to be right. Speak to be matured, more understandable, that brings out the good side of social media more and return back to its core purpose.
I truly agree with you, Shaf. And now before we end, we actually have a special segment for all of you, and it's going to be called Faith to Heart. So what is Faith to Heart? Since all of us are from different religious backgrounds and different cultures, we're going to share how compassion is taught in each of our individual cultures. So anyone want to start first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay, Shaf.
Okay, so since I'm a Hindu, in Hinduism, the word compassion, it means daya, and empathy are like the core values that is taught in Hinduism, It's like the values that teaches you how to treat animals, humans, and nature in the right way, in a more compassionate way. And I would also like to quote the Bhagavad Gita where it says, "He who has no ill with any being, he who is a friend and compassionate, is such a dear devotee to me." It means that be compassionate, just spread kindness. It's such a simple move. And you will be such a good person in life,
That's so wise. Okay, what do you think, Zen?
In Buddhism, the word compassion actually links to the word karuna, which means the willingness of an individual to alleviate the suffering of others. And in Buddhism, compassion is practiced actively instead of passively. So we will need to seek out opportunities or even volunteer opportunities to be compassionate to others.
That's really, really beautiful. How about you?
Okay, so however, in Islam, I would like to say a saying by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him. He said that whoever believes in Allah and the Day of Judgment should speak good and or remain silent, because sometimes silence is a way of compassion. Yeah,
silence is a compassion in and of itself at times, being a listening ear. And so now for me in Christianity, I'm Punjabi, but I'm Christian by religion. In Christianity, we learn about the parable of the Good Samaritan, where there was a Jew who was beat down and robbed, and other Jews just walked and passed him by, priests and all other people. But then a Samaritan came around, helped pick him up, sent him into an inn, and even paid for his stay, just so that he could recover. And the thing about Samaritans and Jews is they have a nation-long rivalry. They can't even look each other eye to eye. Like even some Jews wouldn't even look in the direction of Samaritan territory just because of how much they hated each other. Yet the Samaritan chose to look at the situation at hand, choose to give compassion at hand. And that is the most beautiful thing about compassion in my religion specifically. And so I feel like to conclude what all of us have talked about today, compassion is really important. We should really be compassionate to others. There are many ways you can spread compassion and show compassion to others, and it's really beautiful. And with Madani and with communication, we can really truly build a more Madani nation with our compassionate selves. And so if there's one thing that you can take away from our podcast today, it is that compassion is contagious. Insightful Yappers, signing off.
Zoop.
Wonderful. Wonderful performance from Team 6. Thank you very much for the very insightful and thought-provoking presentation. Yes. Now, let us call upon Team 7 from College Matrikulasi Kedah, T with 3, with the topic Education for Unity.
Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast, and we are T with 3. So for today's session, we'll be talking about how education for unity beyond classroom into society. So I'm your moderator Shamitra, and here with me are my 3 beautiful panels here. We have Christine, Zuchik, and Sophia.
Hello, guys.
So today we're going to be exploring so many things, starting from how unity starts from the classroom, Bahasa Melayu as our national language, and also many more tea to spill, guys. So stay tuned.
Oh, I'm so long it.
Okay, so let's start with something simple. Okay, Malaysia
in Malaysia, we have something in common. We all start from a classroom, which is school. And we don't just go to school to pass exams, but it's actually a micro society where we start learning how unity and diversity comes to play. Because at home, we are surrounded by the same culture and also same people. But then when we step to a classroom setting, we see different types of people with different religions and cultures, right? And when we talk about how education for unity is beyond classroom and into society, what are we actually asking is if the lessons that we take from classroom can be applied to Malaysia's future and make it better, right? So let's start with some juicy questions. The first one is, okay, so at home, as I said, we have people of the same culture. Like me and my sister, we speak the same, we look the same, we talk the same, we pray the same. But then when we step into a classroom, we are suddenly sitting next to somebody who doesn't look like us, doesn't speak like us, doesn't pray like us, and doesn't think like us. So let me throw this to the panel. Do you guys think that unity and diversity, we only really understand the true meaning of it when we step into school?
Definitely. You see, schools, colleges, and universities aren't just places for us to learn math or write essays that's quite boring. Instead of it, it's actually, as Sham mentioned, it's actually a micro society. Why? Because students from all sorts of backgrounds come into a same classroom. And when they start working on together on their school projects, sharing ideas and perspective, they're actually learning to take accounts of diversity in decision making. And those moments actually helps to break down stereotypes. Because when you're sitting next to someone, hearing their stories and solving problems together, you are actually building bridges with them. So yeah, education isn't just about books or grades. It's about bringing people together, and that connection means everything. What do you think, Sophia?
Well, I truly love how you explain those answers. And for me, I do believe that classroom is the first place where we learn unity and diversity. And by this, when we at home, we most likely will interact with our family member, which is from the same culture, right? But when we're sitting in classroom especially, we will communicate with our peers, which is from different culture, different races, and also different religion. And this will make us realize how the different will make our bond grow stronger as we respect one another.
There's actually a book about this. It's called The Intergroup Contact Theory.
Wow.
So basically what it is when members of a different group have positive contact under certain conditions, like let's say equal status or opportunities for cooperation and etc. So we, like us and our classmates, we are the members of different groups and we all have equal status. No one is more important than the other.
Yeah.
And when we have the positive contact, which is like solving problems together, as you mentioned just now, facing challenges together, these can throw the negativity and prejudice out of the window. And that's where unity and cooperation come together.
So you're saying that we're not just looking at one monochromatic perception,
Yeah.
but more of a diverse one that includes all the diversity and unity together, right? So let's connect that to our next question, which is, unity is not something that we can memorize. We can't just skip to chapter 5 of a textbook and suddenly know how to work with everyone, right?
True.
So my question to you guys is, do you think by joining all these co-curricular activities, sports, and having teamworks is when we learn how to grasp the aspect of unity and diversity compared to us just learning it through textbooks? What do you guys think?
Definitely when we do stuff like teamwork, co-curricular activities and sports, because unity is not something that we can fully just grasp when we read the definitions in the textbooks, right? It's something that we can only truly understand if we practice it in our daily lives. Experiences like you mentioned just now, these give students a chance to face the challenges together, work with others, and also celebrate achievements as a group. Let me share a simple story with you guys. Just a short
story.
So once, me and my friends, we had to do a group project, which was to build a model out of straws and tape. So we all had different ideas. One wanted to build a tower, one wanted to build a bridge, and honestly, I just wanted to finish it quickly and get over it.
That is
know
so
you, I know you, man.
And because of all these differing opinions, at first everyone was arguing so much that nothing was done. The tower collapsed, the bridge completely fell apart, and our teacher was side-eyeing us because we were making too much noise.
Oh no.
Yeah, so we stopped arguing and we started listening to each other. And that was when we combined all of our ideas together and made like a tower bridge sort of structure. It sounds weird, but it looked presentable.
Oh, presentable.
Yes, it did look presentable. And that was when, and our creation, it didn't collapse. It was the only one that didn't collapse.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so it was truly a core memory for all of us. And that was that moment made me realize that unity isn't about who has the best ideas. We all have great ideas.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's about who works together best, who cooperates together. And I think that classroom lessons alone will not be able to teach us compassion, respect, and empathy in a way that these shared experiences can. And through these lived experiences, can unity truly come alive and stay with us?
Yeah, I have the same opinion as you, Christine. Well, theory in the books has its place, but I believe that real growth happens only when we step outside of the textbook boundaries. Okay, now a simple question for my fellow teammates. Which subject do you think that I love the most?
Mathematics.
No, I'm not a math person.
Great mind things alike.
Wait, let me guess.
Okay.
Co-curriculum.
Exactly. Because it's the only time I could escape from all the books. You guys get what I mean?
Yeah.
I remembered that the first 2 weeks in my class, me and my classmate sat in the classroom acting totally like strangers. No one talked. Everyone kept staring on their shoes or scrolling on their phones. And that situation is quite awkward. But then, during the core curriculum period, we started to planning our group projects, right? And then someone talked. And then suddenly, ideas kept coming up. And then people joke around. And finally, we laughed. And these moments really changed everything because we starting from completely strangers to, oh yeah, just classmates. And then to teammates. And then finally, best friends.
Oh, best friend to lover. Ah.
I'm not really sure about that.
Maybe in the near future we can see that. Okay, so but I really love all the views that you guys have stated. It's such a good way of seeing it because really at the end of the day, we can put our differences aside because we are sharing one same goal, which is finishing the work. So like we are doing something right now, we are all talking, we are all diverse. So this is really what shows when we are doing something together with a shared goal, we can achieve it no matter what, right? So let's move on to something a bit more heavy. In Malaysia, we know that learning and language can bring a community together and we can stay together. But if we are not careful, it can bridge divides. For example, if people don't acknowledge Bahasa Melayu as our shared language or overlook the richness of other cultures in Malaysia, we lose the chance to stay together, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you guys is, looking into the future, do you think Malaysia can stay together and be united, or are we at risk of division through ignorance?
I think we might actually be at risk of division through ignorance if we do not take learning and language seriously. These things come hand in hand. So like, for example, language is something that we should, like as you said just now, we should appreciate Bahasa Melayu as our national language because if not, it may cause barriers and misunderstandings between our communities. And at the same time, we must not ignore the value of other cultures and other languages in Malaysia as it may cause rifts between races and religions. And this ignorance is so evident online when we see some Malaysian netizens post hateful comments on social media platforms, and this causes unnecessary tensions between us, and such ignorant behavior may cause a sort of, it will weaken our sense of unity and our sense of belonging as that should unite us as Malaysians. And if we do not learn, or we are not willing to learn from and about each other, this will cause these small minuscule differences to become even larger walls that are harder to overcome. And as our current PMX, Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim, stated in the Asian Renaissance, he reminded us that unity is not uniformity, but rather it is the celebration of diversity in the pursuit of common goals. Real unity is not about erasing our differences. It's about embracing them and working together. As our own history has proven, Malaysians standing together, shoulder to shoulder, from different races and backgrounds. We all struggled together to achieve our independence today. And hey, we succeeded, right?
Yep.
So this should be truly a lesson to us all that we need to have the same spirit of solidarity and respect to build a future with unity in Malaysia.
Yeah, I truly love how she expressed her emotion through her answer. And yeah, I do believe that Malaysia can grow more united through diversity if we embrace two things, which is education and language. And Bahasa Melayu as our common language and other language can reflect our rich culture heritage. And if we are open-minded, diversity is our strength, guys. And but if we ignore it, ignorance will divide us.
I totally agree with both of you. As you said just now about social media, and we are Gen Zs. We live in a world where we depend on social media for conversation and interaction. That's why Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim implemented the Madani values, because we need to show compassion and respect. Because nowadays, everyone is just so openly throwing hate online because they are behind a screen. They are more brave to do that. So we tend to lose that essence of empathy, respect towards other culture. But then when we are looking here, everybody is just fine. It's just that people are projecting that online. So that's why the Madani values have to be the core thing that puts us together and we can stay united. Don't you guys agree?
Exactly. Yes, definitely.
So let's move on. From just now, I've been saying that Bahasa Melayu is something that unites us all, right? Let's see. We can all agree that Bahasa Melayu is the main medium of instruction for all of us, right?
Yeah.
So that means that I can talk up to anybody here and they can understand me if I speak in Bahasa Melayu. But let's be real, guys. Gen Z lives in a world where TikTok slangs, memes, English phrases, and also code switching exist, and we actually use it in our daily lives. So do you guys think that Bahasa Melayu is still relevant nowadays, or it has to evolve to stay relevant?
Well, for me, I don't think that using Bahasa Melayu as our medium of instruction is old school. In fact, I believe that it is still very relevant and necessary in today's world of living. And as for our national language, Bahasa Melayu play a significant role, which is a central role in ensuring students from different backgrounds, different races, and different religion to understand about lesson on equal term. It creates a level of feel where no one is left out, regardless of whether their mother tongue is Mandarin, Tamil, and so on. And at the same time, with globalization and social media, Gen Z often use English, internet slang, and even mixed language and in their own casual chat. But this doesn't mean that Bahasa Melayu is outdated. And for interesting point, when we mix between English and Malay, or so-called as Manglish, for example, when students use, okay lah bro, nanti I belanja you makan.
Okay.
This kind of code switching actually emphasizes how these students are comfortable enough to be more confident to switch between formal and informal. For example, in TikTok or campus discussion, they may use English slang. But when it comes to official event or exam, they need to stick to Bahasa Melayu because Bahasa Melayu is our main language, guys. And as Malaysian, we need to show to the world about our Bahasa Melayu that is adaptable language and that grow together with us.
I totally agree with you. Adapting with the global trend isn't a wrong thing, but maintaining and appreciating our national language is truly important.
I agree. And with that, let me ask you something very substantial question, okay? So, from everything that I've asked you today, we have the essence of Madani, where we are respecting each other, we are having empathy, we are seeing compassion. So, what can you summarize, like a small takeaway from our conversation today about the Madani values? Maybe one of you can answer?
Did you notice that actually Christine and Sophia has used those phrases like respect, compassion, and many more? If we take a moment to observe, we actually been taught Madani values since a very young age. Simple things like respecting our elders, being honest, being kind, being responsible, and taking care of our surroundings. These are everyday lessons, but they are powerful enough. They are powerful values to shape who we become.
And this is also a classroom where is place where we learn how to share, how to learn, and also how to do something with kindness. And this is actually our modern value itself. And even we as a Gen Z has learned and has been encouraged to practice this modern value into life.
Yeah, and by carrying all of these values forward that we've learned in our micro societies, as you've mentioned just now in class, can we only truly develop a Madani nation that is build a Madani nation that is not just developed in terms of infrastructure, but also thrives in terms of compassion, unity, and respect.
Yes, I totally agree with all of you. So we can see that unity isn't just learned from textbooks, it's lived and it's used in beyond the classrooms. And also we can see learning and language actually can bridge divides, right?
Yes, exactly.
So that concludes our speech for today. Thank you so much, Christine, Ziching, and Sophia, for joining me in our wonderful conversation with our topic, which is education for unity beyond classroom into society. So that's all from us from Tea with
Three.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you, Team 7, for the very insightful discussion. All right, let's call upon Team 8 from College Vocational Kuala Kluang, Lingua Gen Z, with the topic
Standing in the eyes of the world. Hello and hi everyone. I'm your host for today. My name is Nazira and I'm here with my three amazing friends, which is Christina, Alia, and Kase.
Hi everyone, my name is Christina Umaira. You can call me Kiss.
Hi everyone, my name is Alia Zahira. You can call me Alia.
And my name is Kasi, but you can call me Kasi or Kash.
Today's topic that we all are bringing it up is about global citizen, local voices, Gen Z in a changing world. If you want to know, we all want to talk about how do we can balancing multicultural identity and shapes and responsibility citizens. Can we go first with our first, Christina? Would you like to explain about, can you describe one word that you know about Gen Z?
For me, I will describe Gen Z such as like adaptive because they grow up with in a rapidly changing, such as like social, global, and others like that.
Wow, that's a very interesting idea. Can you describe one word of about Gen Z?
Oh, for me, I think for me is creative because Malaysia is so creative, such like innovation and anything else.
Well, for me, I think it will be daring because this day I can see a lot of people speak up about the issue that's going around on social media like TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter.
Or can you guys explain to us lah about multicultural identity here in Malaysia? What's your opinion?
Sorry, can I repeat again?
Can you explain about multicultural identity here in Malaysia?
Oh, for me, I think I don't think so. Maybe we can ask Kasih.
Well, for me, multicultural identity in Malaysia has many because in Malaysia we have many ethnic race. We have a lot of
You
them.
mean multicultural is about something that we have, if you want to know, in Malaysia we have race like Malay, Chinese, and Indian is the big race in Malaysia. So multicultural is about we celebrate each other in one community, you know. And if you want to know about responsibility, our citizen is about how we can res- res- respect each other in one community too. Can you guys explain how you guys opinion about multicultural identity and responsibility citizen?
For me, I think such as like oh, okay. This was fun, a fun question about that.
Okay, as a Gen Z, you know, we are just a normal human being in here because we are too short from being in this generation. And if you want to know, can you share your personal story about your multicultural identity in your daily life, maybe?
For my story, I have a friend. Her name is Jessica. Her mom is a Malaysian people, but her dad is Indian. She always told me that every time there's a
Can you
celebration,
put your mic?
every time there's a
Your mic.
celebration like Hari Raya or Deepavali, she always saw the difference between the culture of our because different ethnic and race has different culture. Like Indian people, they use like the Malay word is the design the kolam for Malaysia. So for Hari Raya, we have
Oh, you know, open house?
Yeah.
Open house, right?
We also
Many,
got
many
some
food
pocket
there.
money from that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she saw that different and she told me that, wow, there's so many difference between our cultures.
Oh, you know, you means when we come to open house, we can see so many culture at there. Can I ask some questions? Do you know about social media? Can you guys share what social media makes you more global citizen? Can you get more to global citizen there with using social media?
I think we can use such as like TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. At there we can get so many.
Oh, you mean friends like that?
So many friends we can
And
know
from what friends that we can get multicultural at there?
We can share about our culture over there. We can also
Yeah.
share about what we do.
Yes, for me in my experience, I have my cousin who use Duolingo. So the apps would be like
Oh, you mean Duolingo is like from language?
yeah.
So we can contact them?
They learn about the other language, and at the same time you can find global online friends. So you can use that to use maybe to make a friends around the world.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
very interesting.
So yeah.
Do you have your personal opinion about that thing? I mean, your personal experience at that.
For me, I think I do not have, maybe I have my online friend, like I found that on TikTok apps.
Wow, how do you, I mean, communicate with the online friends that doesn't talk in Malay?
Maybe we are using another language each other, but we still used to communicate. Sometimes I teach my friends, my online friends, about my language as a Malaysian, like terima kasih or apa kabar, and they will teach us. They will teach me about that language too.
Oh, so you guys are swapping the.
Yeah, we are swap about the language.
Oh, oh, can you guys? What's your personal share about this multicultural? I mean, you have experience from other multicultural.
Yes, I have.
Oh,
For me, like you guys want to know, my grandma is Chinese.
Wow.
So, we sometimes we celebrate Hari Raya and Chinese New Year together.
Oh wow, that's interesting. But for me, I always join my neighbors Nipa Valley for open house. So I really love seeing the lights and decoration they made, and I really love the food they made. Maybe like muruku and others. So yeah, this was I really love seeing the lights and decoration they made.
Oh, so I want to ask you guys if you what's our role as a Gen Z with shaping for a better future? I mean, what we can bring to the future that can, I mean, bring together it up about culture from other world.
In my eyes, I think we can share our thoughts on social media like TikTok and Instagram. You can see that this day there's many content creator like influencer, many more.
Yeah.
I think we can share also like them.
Right.
Then, if you want, I think we can start like a social club.
Wow, that's interesting idea.
We can start a social club with many ethnics and race, and then we can share about our own experience. How about you?
Maybe I don't think I don't have many idea. How about you?
I think we can do such as like at school we can do like a class or
maybe we can join another campaign.
Yes.
Can right?
Oh, so that's bring out from the responsibility citizen, right?
Yes. Of course.
So what the campaign that you have been joined to make you more responsibility as a citizen?
Maybe how about we are joining to campaign like campaign alam sekitar or maybe we can use campaign recycle.
Or 3R,
You mean
reduce,
like-
recycle, and reuse.
Yes.
Oh, you mean like that?
Yes.
You
or
mean the environment campaign?
Yes, or maybe we can joining in a patriotic campaign or else.
Or so we can join the human rights campaign.
Yes, that's right.
I want to ask, how does the multicultural identity shape us as young Malaysians? Oh, I repeat it again. How does this multicultural identity shape us as a young Malaysians? As a Gen Z?
I think this multicultural shape us as a Malaysian Gen Z. We can learn about all the other ethnics and race, traditions, and
maybe the shapes like maybe we can learn other language.
Maybe we also can learn such as like their dancing, their
Maybe
language.
their language or their song.
How about our song?
We can share to them.
We can share to them, but also we can learn from them. What's the difference between our song and them, and what the difference between our traditions and them?
Also, like we share our song and they are share our tongue. Their culture and our culture, right?
Yeah, we can communicate with each other and share on our opinions about each of us, our traditions.
We can share our multicultural and they will share their multicultural.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any experience with that?
Did you have?
I don't think I have.
For me,
Well, I just remember on TikTok, I sometimes post a lot of story, and my friend always share to me some posts about other country, and then I can learn about their own traditions.
Yeah.
Like Korea, K-pop, Japan, semua.
So if you on TikTok, for me on Twitter, I always comment that something like I want to comment, and then some other international friends will comment that. So I got a lot.
So you communicate with that?
Yeah, I'm communicate with that.
So I give you guys some scenario, and what will you guys respond with it? So first scenario, you guys have a conversations, and their conversation is using their own language. Will you use Malay language in that conversation too?
Of course, I think of course we are using a Malay language.
Oh, why?
Because yeah, we are from Malaysia, so we have to keep to Malaysia. Maybe we have to teach.
So you teach them about your culture too?
Yes. Yeah, maybe.
What the culture in Malay that you teach them?
Maybe I teach them about the Malay word. I think terima kasih or apa khabar. So when they learn, so we can learn their language too. So we swipe about that language too.
I also agree with Alia, because I think sharing our languages can bring more benefits to us.
Yeah, I think so. So that's why we communicate with them.
Oh, I give you a second scenario. It's about, okay, you guys is in a group, and in that group, they are all speaking in English. Would you join them and you teach them about your culture at there? I mean, it's as you guys know, Malaysia also popular, but it's not that popular as South Korea and even more. So what you speak about Malaysia, they can bring it up to them that what you speak, that thing is give you guys them know about Malaysia.
Even though we are in a group with many people surround the international world, I think I think I can teach them about Malaysia. Of course, we are Malaysian, so we have to. We want to know. They know about Malaysia, so that's why I think I have like to. I think like.
So you need to talk about it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, they also can teach us their own language.
Yeah. So yeah, that's right.
Yes, I agree with Kasih about that.
We can learn each other language more truly.
Yeah, that's why.
And that thing is a responsibility us as a citizen too.
Yes.
I think because that way we can respect both languages, our language and their languages.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's so amazing, Kasih. That's really amazing. I think too. If we in a group, so yeah, of course they know about our language too. So that's why they teach.
So I mean it's about we share our multicultural and their multicultural too.
Yes.
And we respect their multicultural even though it is different from us, right?
Yeah.
You know, this day people always say about Japanese words, Korean words, but people don't say Malay words. So that's why we have to popularize it.
Oh,
yes.
we
popularize
pop it
our
rise,
language.
so can bring it out. So wow, Malay words like terima kasih.
Yeah,
Like that.
that's
I
right.
see,
These
I
days,
see.
I will saw on
Oh.
TikTok there was Indonesia words, Japanese words, Korean words like you know the popular words they say is yara.
Oh, the Korean trend.
Yeah.
But
But this I don't see
okay.
any
Oh, I
Malaysia
see, I
words
see.
trending. So that's why I want to make Malaysia words more trending.
Your guys' opinion is very, very interesting to hear.
Yeah.
That's a very, very beautiful opinion. Thank you, you guys. Thank you, Christina,
Thank
Alia,
you.
and Kasih.
Thank you.
Thank you for
everyone.
inviting us.
Thank you. That's all from us.
Thank you, Group A. Right. Wonderful. Now, finally, let's have the final group with us today. Team 9. Team 9.
Hello and welcome to Voices of Trust, the podcast where young people share their ideas into shaping a better Malaysia. I'm Alia Norel, hosting in today's session. Joining me are my friend and fellow panelists. First up, we've got Valentina. Hi, Valen. Welcome.
Thank you, Alia. I'm really glad to be here joining your podcast.
Next is Melody Rose. So good to have you with us today, Melody.
Thanks so much, Alia. I'm super happy to join today.
And last but not least, we've got Maxlin Belinda. Maxlin, thanks for hopping on.
Always a pleasure to be here, Alia.
Wow, you all look so fantastic.
Thanks so much. You're making me
Thank
shy,
you.
girl.
You're not bad as well today. You look pretty with that kebaya, Alia.
Thank you so much. I just love how our outfit today truly represent the many cultures of Malaysia. So vibrant, colorful, and yet full of love. Before we start, have you guys heard this Mandarin phrase, which is 重树信任?
No.
What
Would you mind translating it for us?
Yeah. Okay, so this phrases refers to rebuild trust. Yes, and that really connects to our topic for today, which is can Gen Z rebuild faith in institution? To begin, let's lay some groundwork. So, what exactly comes to your mind when we talk about Madani values? Especially for those listeners out there who might be new to this concept, since it's pretty much tied to our topic for today. Velen, kick us off.
Well, in my own words, Madani means living with care and respect. It's all about being kind to other people while we also grow as a country.
Well said. Melody, what does it mean to you?
How I would define Madani is, it is about balance, you know. We can move forward, but still stay fair and empathetic.
Well explained. Now, Maxlin, how would you clarify Madani values from your understanding?
From my understanding, Madani is people caring for each other. It's about community, not just ourselves.
Brilliant, everyone. Thank you for that contribution. As what we've just heard, Madani clearly embodies for a vision far beyond a mere slogan. Now let's try defining rebuilding trust in our own words. Velen, let's start with you.
Sure. So, trust means believing that our leaders and institutions are honest and fair. But when there is no trust in there, people are going to feel being left behind. And here's the hard truth. When you broke someone's trust, it's very hard to rebuild it.
And don't you girls think it's very concerning?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because we tend to overlook these kind of matters.
It does sound so concerning, Valen. Melody, how do you see it?
Well, for me, trust is like openly making decisions without having any doubts at all. I'd also say that, what I want to say is that sometimes some people takes advantage of people's trust,
Yes.
They make promises and ended up not doing it at all. Do you guys know the saying, action speaks louder than words?
Good point, Melody. Maxlin, how would you clarify this matter?
From me, trust is very, very simple. It's when words matching actions. People should practice with before what they preach in front the audience. Am I right?
Yes, you're
very
right.
true.
Yeah, exactly. Because without action, words are just noises. Do you agree with that?
I totally agree with that.
Valen, how do you see? How do you see communication and transparency fitting into the bigger picture here?
Well, as Professor Emeritus Dr. Asma Haji Omar explained in her book, Language and Society in Malaysia, language not only reflects our identity as Malaysian people, but also the unity of our people. That's why respect and open communications makes people feel very included.
What a powerful message that you've delivered, Valen.
Oh, thank you.
And Melody, what are your insights?
Well, for me, communication can exist in other forms, such as listening. If we try to listen what people are trying to present to us, it means that we really pay attention to the details they're trying to present.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to point out is that listening is just as important as speaking.
Absolutely. What you've just said is truly underline what inclusivity is all about. Maxlin, final take on this matter?
Well, honest communication builds safety. That's where trust begins with a new people. Am I right?
Yes,
Totally
yeah.
right,
true.
100%.
Brilliant, everyone. Excellent point. In short, what we've learned here is that trust rests on three key elements, which is honesty, transparency, and actions that align with every single word. Okay, now let us break down the big question, okay? So, with everything going around us in our global community today, why is rebuilding trust is so significant in this moment? Maxlin, start us off.
Okay, first of all, because without trust, our institution getting weakened and makes our community will breaks apart. Even a small mistake can change everything. Am I right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
very
Maxlin,
true.
truly. Appreciate that, Maxlin. Valen, spill your thought.
Well, sometimes miscommunication can turn small problems into a national crisis. But clear communications can help ease the tensions. But what about silence as well and as well half truth? That will make the problems even worse than it was before.
Yeah, I know. It's like, lending your friend a pen, but somehow it never comes back.
Yeah.
That always happens. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
One misunderstanding can break relationships so easily.
Yes.
Exactly, that's why trust is very fragile. In other words, if you break someone's trust, it's like shattered mirror. No matter how much effort you put to piece it together, the cracks will still be visible.
Wow, I really like the way you describe things, Valen.
Oh,
Thank
you.
so deep. Yes.
Maxlin, I mean Melody, how is it from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, well, recently I've read an article that's written by Dr. Chandra Muzaffar and stated that dialogue is the key to trust. So without it, the institutions loses its integrity. But when real conversations happens, the people feel valued and heard.
Such an enlightening point. Maxlin, any valuable perspective on this?
In my perspective, respect in communication is the bridge. Without it, everything will fall apart.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that we can all agree that without trust, institution weaken.
Precisely.
And even
Exactly.
small issues can turn into something bigger than what we've expected, right?
Yeah.
So hard to
Totally
deal
agree
with
with
it.
that.
That's true.
Okay, then, moving on to the next question. Thinking practically, what steps can we take as a student as well as Gen Z do to rebuild faith in institution? Melody, you go first.
My pleasure. Well, as a student and one of the Gen Zs myself, we can start by practicing active listening. By doing this, as I've said from my last point, the people will feel valued and their opinion and think that their opinions are really matters. And I think that is all.
That's such a clever steps, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Valen?
Well, for me, as students and also Gen Z, I suggest to use honest, clear words. For example, these things happens a lot in social media platform. So when we have different opinions and we want to state it, instead of saying, I think you're totally wrong, why not change it into, I think I see it differently, because it's much better than silence and fake agreements, because honesty builds trust. That's why, with these steps, we can make the communications more respectful and open.
Yes, I agree with you on that. Do you guys agree?
Yes, she's very right.
Right?
That's true.
Maxlin, I'm pretty sure that you are related to this kind of situation too, right?
Yes.
So why don't you suggest us some practical step as well?
There is a practical steps from me. We must focus on solutions, not blame. That's how people can see through our actions to avoid contentions.
Contention, huh? You mean conflict and arguments?
Yes, that's right.
Sounds interesting. Anything else you'd like to add?
Our Prime Minister, Dato Sri Anwar bin Ibrahim, in his book, Asian Renaissance, that institutions must reflect with compassion and justice. We, as a Gen Z, must portray those values in school and community. That's right?
Yeah,
Yes, you're
precisely. I'm very supportive of that.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. So Gen Z can help rebuild trust by listening, being honest, solving problems, and also showing compassion. Okay.
That is true.
Okay, guys. Let's take a closer look. Considering all of the challenges and changes in our society today, how will communication and transparency shape the word trust in the future? Velen,
I think it will be the foundation for trust. And this is just like group projects, girls. If no one replies in the chat, if no one replies in the chat, trust me, 100% on this, the whole things will collapse.
That's relatable.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
it
very
happened a
true.
lot, you know.
Yeah, it happened really a lot.
Okay, so what's your take on this question, Melody?
Well, for me, in today's generation, insist in being open, institutions will have to adapt and get used to it. But when people see that when a leader is really consistent, not just once, but all the time, that's when you know you can place your trust in that person.
Ah, that makes a lot of sense. And coming from you personally, Maxlin?
From me, with Madani values, Malaysia can be both progressive and peaceful. We must to choose right words because it can guide us in the future.
Ah, I see. Nice point.
Exactly.
So, to sum up, communication and transparency will always remain at the heart of progress. Okay, everyone, this has been an inspiring and meaningful conversation. We have acknowledged that rebuilding faith requires honesty, openness, and of course, trust. So, why don't we end this session with one last line from each of you? How's that?
Oh, Belle, Maxlin, do you want to go first?
Okay, so who wants to go first? Maxlin?
I suggest you to go first.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
Velen, go ahead.
Okay, so my final line is to always speak with honest and trust will grow. When we speak words with honest, people will believe it.
Okay, who's next?
Well, I would like to say this in my mother tongue, Kadazan Dusun language.
Whoa, okay.
Okay. Kata do ponguhubang mogiho kosozon.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Tell
Try
us,
to
come on.
translate.
Well, that means words supported by actions restore faith.
Wow, okay.
Wow,
And lastly, from Melody.
Well, as my final line, empathy and transparency can heal division and rebuild confidence. You know, this kind of remind me of a song by the late Michael Jackson. Do you guys know him?
The legend singer.
Yeah, she's a legend.
Yes. Which song?
It's called Heal the World.
Ah, I know that one.
You know it?
Oh, I did hear it.
That's my favorite song.
Well, for me, it shows that when we care enough to make things better, that's when the real change starts.
Ooh. Okay. That's beautiful, Melody. Why don't you sing us a little part of that song? Right, guys?
Yeah,
If
try
you
to
don't
sing
mind.
it. I want to hear it. Try it.
You should try it.
Sure, I don't mind, but I'm kind of shy.
It's
on,
okay.
girl, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
just
okay,
go on.
Melody.
Go on.
All right, but please don't mind if it's bad.
It's okay.
Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me.
That was so heartwarming, Melody. And you have such a great voice too.
Yeah,
Yes.
truly
You guys do
amazing.
too.
What a perfect way to end. And that concludes our topics for today. Thank you for joining us. And remember, building faith starts with honesty, openness, and lastly, trust. Till next time, goodbye.
Bye.